Welcome to A Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many others. Let me turn the music down just a wee bit. We're going to play some... I can, but we probably don't want to do that. At most, I'm only ever playing this at like 50%, so we could get a lot louder. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many other evenings, and joining me are my friends that you've been hearing but not seeing. Matt, Vincent, Tina, Kara, and Hannah. Alana is... currently busy today, but will be rejoining us next week.
Busy being a boss.
Busy being a boss. Busy doing good things. So we will play D&D, but first, a couple of quick announcements. First, we have a website, alberonrpg.com. Tons of stuff over there relating to the campaigns and adventures that we play. You can also go see us on Instagram and Threads at AlberonRPG, where there are pictures of the different things that show up on our table. Right now, you can see this encounter map, but there's so much glare on it. And you can see it in much greater detail at Alberon RPG if people take pictures.
No, I don't plan to.
Yeah, damn. YouTube. I'm kidding. YouTube is where we have all of our old sessions. There's something close to, I think, 600 now. We've been playing weekly since 2019, so a ton of stuff over there. There is also Humblewood, which Hannah has run.
Hello.
There is... that messed me up a whole bunch. Our Cypher system game, our Paranoia game. We have a whole bunch of indie systems all run by Kara. We have games that Tina has run for us using 5e and modifications of the 5e system. And we will be having some other adventures that are coming in spooky season this year. All of those are over on YouTube at Alberon RPG, except for the spooky ones because they haven't happened yet. And then the last sessions before summer break are next week. August 23rd will be the last session of Starfinder. August 24th will be the last session of D&D. July. That's what I said. July. I wrote down August. But we'll be coming back in August 13th and 14th after a little bit of a beach vacation. You can hear a little bit of music behind you. That is from Sirenscape. We also have music from Monument Studios Music and from Matthew. And so that is where the music comes from. And finally... it is time for this week's session of A Tale of 12 Gems. And to Kara for the recap.
Misfits. When last we met, I was not punching holes in my papers. I had them pre-punched. But some of us crept, Thule specifically, towards the muddy estate, a village, camp, fort, belonging to the Crackle Slashes. He discovered that our arrival was expected, as the escapees from our party at the Mireclaw Caves, the Mudspittle Cavern, we're also here. And thankfully, our reputation preceded us because we gave them our names and told them to tell everyone about us.
We is really holding up a lot of weight there.
All six of us.
We likes to weightlift.
All of us goblins.
Preparing to take back the Mudspittle Caverns, they crept towards us and our hiding spot, as indeed we had hidden in a copse of trees that happen to have roads, stable coconuts filled with lots of water, which is good for traveling. And hark, a lonely badger. Its welfare and the welfare of us in our hiding place caused Thule to manifest and cast animal welfare, while Grimgob cast fireball.
Not why that happened.
But hey, that's what the record shows. Grimgob cast fireball, and while it was quite effective in destroying many goblins and ruining their plans, it also ruined the surrounding environment. And in a host of flame, we wrought more destruction upon a goblin encampment. We also discovered that the Silt Knights are present at this garrison, one of whom was defeated in battle, but not before saying that he and those like him would be coming soon. Tonki decides to take the spear as a voice whispers to her to take hold. And as she chooses to take hold, something might happen with that. Hopefully it's fine. It's probably fine.
I passed my check. I'm fine.
It stopped raining. That was weird. Sorry. We escaped northwest towards the mountain, where hopefully the rest of the goblins who are out in a search party to see what the giant hubbub in the trees was about. Because again, fireball. The army of Crackle/Silt Knights spread out among the forest, and Emmy located a sinkhole for us where we can disguise ourselves for cover. With darkness spells in place, we were hidden, but unfortunately interesting to some wayward goblins who decided to chuck various rocks down into a hole. Unfortunately, despite not being able to see what was in this supposedly endless hole, they had impeccable aim and hit Nora square on the noggin, which alerted them to the fact that maybe this hole wasn't as deep as they thought it would be. And using thaumaturgy to draw them off worked only so many times. So we eventually had to deal with the one who was going to huck a huge boulder on top of us. And we've tied him up and left him there, and surely that's not going to come back to bite us. As indeed, now with a free path, we can choose to continue on, making our way through the underbrush and the woods to the mountain itself. At the mountain, Nora followed a hidden path and led people to a cave whose entrance was purposefully hidden, but well used. And as we all begin to enter, Nora first, like every good low health, low AC wizard does, and followed swiftly by Grimgob and Thule, and of course the beefier members of our party. We find that the goblin ossuary is not alone and undefended, and maybe has a nice little mortuary assistant. And I'm sure with very low health and low resources, we'll be fine as we fight. What was this thing called, Joe?
The
Misfits.
Bone Muncher.
In this moment, you have all entered the space. The rain falls outside. You are tired. You are weary. You can hear in the distance the call of horns and goblins searching for all of you. Finally, you have made your way to the safe place. In the darkness, surrounded by bones, Grimgob, you had gone forward just a little bit further than everybody else. And behind you, a massive creature just seems to almost filter out of the darkness. Like with one step, they step between planes and onto yours. For all of you, you can see looming behind Grimgob this massive panther-like beast with a bat-like face, long, sharp ears that go back against its neck, and then rising over top, these two long tentacles with huge, almost tooth-like protrusions on the edge. And I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Dang.
It
Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh my god.
Was that you rolled a natural 20?
Oh my god!
The absolute opposite.
Oh,
Y'all, if I end up going first, I'm gonna throw something.
You might be prepared to throw something then.
Probably won't.
I'm so.
Oh,
no.
Anybody
no.
natural 20. 25 to 20. Ooh, 20 to 15.
17.
Okay. 17 for Thule. 15 to 10. Whoa. 10 to
Y'all.
5.
Y'all.
5. What's your dex?
Y'all.
12.
Why does this keep happening?
I didn't want it to.
Emmy, and then
I think I'm gonna
Nora.
have to dip into
5 to
rogue
0.
Natural 1
for a 0.
for a 3. I don't know if crit.
It
Crits work.
Okay.
I don't know how you. I forget how you do nat 1.
No natural ones for.
Then
for
3.
Initiative. 3. Okay, so.
That means I'm after you.
That's
Yeah.
That was
amazing.
right.
Oh my god.
That's
The
amazing.
natural
Okay.
one itself
fun
is,
fact. Relatively the
Seven.
same as last time.
Oh, easy.
That
So
is
the
not
way that
fun
this
at
works
all.
out, the displacer beast is going to be going first at initiative order 20, followed by
So
Thule at
dead.
17, then Emmy at 5, then Nora, then Grimgob, and then Tonki. In this moment, too, Ralph kind of just preoccupied for the moment.
There's another tiny displacer.
We'll see how this plays. I'm gonna see how this plays out.
This creature appears, and then all around it,
You guys need this.
it is like there are multiple versions of the displacer beast filling this space, and it's hard to tell, Grimgob, whether it is the one behind you or the one off and to your left that is the real being. But then, as these tentacles lash out from all around you, you are taking 2 attacks. The first one is going to be a 23.
That will hit.
You are confident that this is the creature, as it deals 8 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4 points of piercing damage with that first attack. Grimgob, the second one is going to be even higher. That is going to be a 24.
That will hit.
Grimgob, you are taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage plus 1 point of piercing damage.
Oh wow! I am barely up.
As it appears, this
But I'm
creature
up.
whacks you with a tentacle, whacks you with another tentacle that almost takes you off your feet, and then it is going to... it's going to stay right where it is, actually. It's fine where it is. That is its turn. That does bring us to Thule. Thule, you see this creature just appear out of nowhere and then multiply and split and begin to attack Grimgob from all angles. What do you want to do?
Alright. I am going to...
Oh shit, I forgot to do my thing.
Damn.
Can I do my thing as a reaction at the end of its turn, or is it too late?
To do which thing?
I have a rune that I can activate at the end of its turn as a reaction.
You can do that at the end of its turn as a reaction. That's fine.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thule
I'm
has
gonna-
not done anything yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Wisdom?
Yes.
That is going to be a 7.
Phenomenal. It is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Sorry, I'll read the
Amazing.
whole thing to you. It is charmed by me and in a dreamy stupor. While charmed this way, it has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, and it can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Fantastic. So as this creature hits Grimgob once and then again, you can see Grimgob is looking rough. Already they stand in this place surrounded by bones of other goblins, and you sense that Grimgob is just inches away from joining them. And so you rebuke this creature. There is a burst of magic that radiates out from the markings on your skin, and it strikes this creature, and all of a sudden it is like the fur across their whole body just stands on end. Like they fluff up, the eyes grow confused, the displacement gets a little bit disjointed. Anything else?
Oh no, that's the entire reaction.
Okay. So that is your turn. That's not an attack, correct?
No, that's
That's the reaction.
it's like a rune activation.
As you incapacitate this creature,
Yes.
the appearance of this projected magic displacer beast disappears, and suddenly it becomes a much more mundane looking creature. That is your reaction. That brings us to Thule.
So did it just change, or was it like
It
a
looks
magic
the same,
effect?
but no longer is it projecting other versions of itself. That effect seems to have stopped.
I see. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm still gonna try this. I'm gonna use my once a day enthrall to try and get this thing focused on me for a little bit.
Okay.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
5.
That's gonna fail. I guess it is at advantage because we're fighting it.
Okay. 17.
He is incapacitated. Does that do? I forget.
No,
I
that's
don't-
just can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah, I don't think it. So yeah, it succeeds actually. So
You blow on this
That's
little
it.
ribbon, attempting to enthrall this creature, but already it is furious. It looks
Not-
frightened by
yeah.
whatever it is that Tonki just did, and it doesn't seem to penetrate its mind.
and then that's kind of all I can do.
Alrighty. Tuli, you.
I'm
blow
gonna
this
move though. 'Cause where did I get put?
Yeah, like
You were in the
somewhere.
doorway.
I'm gonna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You stand in this doorway, and from where this is, the door becomes a little bit more kind of condensed. It smells foul down this way. Something like rotting, spoiled meat, fecal matter. It is hot. It feels like you shouldn't breathe this in. And as you look down this path, you can see the brick becomes dug tunnel that is just carved into stone and pressed dirt. It goes down and down and down about 20 feet. And you can see cloth hanging from openings where there is another room. And it is from here that this smell originates.
Cool.
Outhouse.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Tuli. That brings us to Emmy. Nora, you're on deck.
Oh, I don't like this. How far ahead is Grimgob from me?
Like,
I can't really see.
15
Looks like about
feet.
15 feet.
Roughly.
You know what? We're gonna pew pew. We're gonna guiding blast.
There you go. Make your attack rolls.
First one's gonna be a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
Do you want me to do damage first?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
1.
It barely hits. You have to
Every little
snake this through. You don't want to hit
It's a warning
Grimgob.
shot.
Grimgob is already looking bad, and so you have to bias this shot.
22 to hit.
22 hits as well.
2.
You do every little bit that counts, and it certainly is a little bit. But this creature,
Second warning shot.
if you had not had them kind of stopped by whatever it is that Tonki is doing, you imagine those attacks would have been much harder to hit.
And then Grimgrob's gonna be getting the last of my healing light, which is 11.
11 points
Thank you.
of healing. So as these bolts of radiant fire trace across this space, the light that they leave in their wake sinks and settles into your wounds, almost just sealing them shut. And Grimgob, you can feel that radiant light sinking into you, healing you from within. Anything else, Emmy?
That's all I got.
All right, you kind of duck back into this place where you have a little bit of cover, and that brings us to Nora.
Okay. Nora's like been busy like looking at the columns and like getting acquainted with this fun new place we've encountered, and then giant thing. So she like shakes out her sleeves and like puff drops out to the ground. And looks around the corner of this like pole and just kind of like just go away. We need to sleep. And that's Mind Sliver for an intelligence saving throw, please.
That is going to be even worse than would have been rolling before. 7.
Great. 3 points of psychic damage. And
Every little bit.
you take 3 from your next saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm level 5 now. A grand total of 6.
There
So
you go.
3 plus 3, 6.
Very nice. So anything else?
No.
All right.
Nora ducks back behind the pole.
with that attack, you can see this creature kind of flinches, not really taking a ton of damage from that. That brings us to Grimgob. Grimgob, you are hit hard by these tentacles. You feel them almost kind of yanking you closer to this creature's mouth, and then suddenly this burst of magic just rolls off of Tonki, and this creature seems to seize up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna bonus action Goblin Disengage and bravely run into the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah. Bravely running away.
Yeah.
Running back outside? Running back outside?
In the tunnel. The tunnel was...
The smelly one?
No. The one that we came from.
Yeah.
It's not really a tunnel. It's kind of like a crack in the rock.
Yeah, it's like a crack in the rocks. It's maybe like 10 feet wide, and then you're outside.
Oh, okay. I'll just be behind Emmy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, while I do that, I will yell, "Get him, Tonki!" And I'll cast haste on Tonki.
Yeah!
Very nice. Tonki, suddenly there is a surge, like you have had coffee mainlined into your veins. And you just feel, though you have not grown any bigger, you feel like you are. Anything else, Grimgob?
And I think that's it.
All right, you bravely hide behind Emmy. That brings us to Nora.
Nope.
Sorry, that brings us to Tonki.
Yeah.
I said Emmy, and that threw me off.
Do you need a reminder what haste does?
Nope, because I have it programmed into my sheet.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Tonki is going to start off by using Second Wind because she didn't have an opportunity to before. All right, so bear with me just a second.
You see Grimgob get hit twice, and you go, "Oh, here we go again." You take a deep breath, and that is your second wind.
Deep.
And I'm... Oh, can I roll to see if Tonki has heard of this manner of beast?
Yes, go ahead and make a history check. This is before the combat.
Okay. 6 on the die for a total of 4.
You have heard of cats before. This is
Yeah.
larger than any that you have seen, and it is all kinds of fucked up.
Kitty. So, since I don't know what it is, I'm gonna go ahead and grapple it.
As you should do with anything you don't understand.
Fluffy! Hug.
So that's
Threatened by friendship.
29.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay. Grappled.
You squeeze this creature. You get both tentacles kind of wound up into your arms. They begin to move almost like the wacky wailing inflatable arm tube man, just trying to writhe free from your grasp. But you squeeze this creature.
Yeah. Cool. And then I'm just gonna start hitting it.
All right.
And so I get the extra action from haste, so this is 2 attacks.
Very
so
nice.
The first unarmed strike. Oh, that was cocked. Same roll. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right. Roll D8. That is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning.
With that strike, you do as much damage as Emmy and Grimgob had done with all of the work that they had poured in, and the Mind Sliver from Nora. This single strike, just you can hear this creature kind of growl a little bit. It reacts much stronger to Tonki than everything else so far.
I feel
As
great.
by design.
And
Look at
actually-
Tonki.
Okay,
No
so that
aggro
was
over
my
here.
attack action. For my extra action, I'm actually going to pull out a hand axe and hit it with a hand axe.
Okay.
For reasons. That's going to be a 26 to
That
hit.
hits as well.
Okay. For a total of 5 slashing damage, and on that attack with a melee weapon, I'm going to activate my fire rune. So that is a strength save, DC 13.
Okay. That is going to be a 17.
Okay, so that... so he's not restrained, but he does take 2 extra d6 of fire damage, so that's 8 fire damage.
Interestingly, as you use this rune and fire just ignites around your arms, it is as if this creature almost just avoids all of that damage.
Ooh, ruh-roh. My fire not working.
It isn't
he
the
says.
fire.
Oh.
You imagine it is mechanically the saving throw.
Okay. So this, just to confirm, the
Avoidance
saving
is
throw,
different than displacement. Two different abilities on the Displacer Beast.
the saving throw was for being restrained, but the damage just...
Got you. Is the damage associated with the saving throw?
No, it's... so
Then
you
never
want me
mind.
to... I can read it to you if you like.
Is that the
No.
first saving throw since Nora's turn?
No, there was one previous to that.
You can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1
It says
minute.
take an extra 2d6 fire damage, extra to what?
The hit that I just did with my weapon.
Gotcha. Okay. And so it's a saving throw to take only half damage.
No.
No, it doesn't affect the
Exactly. So that's why, yeah. So that does full damage.
Okay, cool.
Very, very
So that
nice.
was 8 points of fire damage.
All right. This creature's starting to look kind of hurt. As that fire around it, you strike it with the axe, and the wound that is generated just ignites in flame.
Hell yeah.
Anything else, Tonky?
I dropped the hand axe.
All right, you just drop it on the ground. It
No,
gets
you
so
leave it in-
hot.
No,
it gets
Leave
so
it embedded.
No, because the fire rune explicitly says it has to be a weapon attack, so
Yeah.
it can't be an unarmed strike.
Gotcha.
Which is basically why I have hand axes.
I love
at
that.
all.
So you just take this and it ignites, and it almost kind of surprises you. You just let go of it. But no problem. That is your turn, Tonky. That brings us to the top of the round to this Displacer Beast. So it is incapacitated till the end of this turn.
And it can make a wisdom save DC 13.
Okay, that is what it will do. 17. So at the end of its turn, it does seem to just shake it off with that fire that rolls over it. It seems to kind of snap back, and it begins to again project these multiple Displacer Beasts, and all of a sudden they are on all sides of this pull. One of them kind of crawls against the cracks of this wall. They're everywhere as displacement begins again.
So I'm still grappling it. So does the real one still appear to be grappled by me, if that makes sense?
It does because of the...
Are they all
Oh,
grappled?
while it is grappled, is it? Its movement speed is 0? when it's
Yes.
grappled? Then it still cannot be displaced.
Oh,
You can see all around it, like tries to displace these projections, but they just right back into its body as you just hold it. You do not let these illusions wriggle free.
Thank you, Joe.
That is its turn. That brings us to Thule.
Point blank shotgun blast to the face with Starry Wisp, I guess.
Hell yeah.
You go right up to this creature with the ribbon, and then just
its nose?
just go as hard
It's
as you
not the
can.
ribbon for the Starry Wisp. That just goes
Okay. Pocket sand right in this
It's
creature's
pocket
eye.
sand
You go
style.
pocket
So go ahead. That is a saving throw. Attack
roll. The attack roll.
Yeah.
Is it an advantage?
No.
Because of grapple.
All grapple does is movement speed 0.
Incapacitated would have had it be at advantage.
That's what. Yeah.
But he escaped that.
Okay.
Curses.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
Woo!
That is a
Need
hit.
advantage.
Double the dice.
Double the dice. Double the dice.
Double the flavor. Double net dice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's good
double crit
rolls.
dice.
That's math. 26 points of Starry Wisp damage.
26 points of
Nice.
Starry
Nice
Wisp
roll.
damage. You have all been attacking
That's a
this.
real shotgun Starry Wisp right
Squeezes this
there.
creature, punches it,
Good
hits it with the axe ignites. In that blow, Tonka, you do more damage than this creature has really had done to it in the entire fight, and then Thule comes up to it and just... And you've seen this spell before. It's just this little glittery spell that does kind of spark in creatures' faces, and it's definitely uncomfortable. But this time, it is like a flamethrower of just these sparkling, radiant bits of energy that like flake away bits of its face. You see the tentacles kind of begin to writhe behind it. It is badly hurt now at the end of that attack, Thule.
And then that's it for me.
So Taki strikes the creature, the hand axe into flames, and Taki's like, whoa! And then off on the other side, Thule, just Starry Wisp, and it's so big. And Thule, too, is just recoiling from what happens. Everybody, including the Displacer, be surprised. That is your turn, Thule.
Yep.
That brings us to Emmy.
We'll try and blast it again.
There you go.
We can redeem this a little bit. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
8!
Hey, there we go.
Ooh.
There we go. This creature
No
is
more warning
looking
shots.
rough.
There's a 19 on the die.
19 on the die is certainly going to hit.
For 10.
10 points of damage. You throw one and then the other. After Tuli's radiant kind of pop of light, these two streaks of radiant light kind of add to this flame. This creature hit again and again, and they are almost completely charred away at the front. You can see the eyes blinking away, these tentacles kind of just batting away at these sparkles. This creature is badly hurt, but it is still up and it looks frightened. Anything else, Emmy?
Just kind of standing to obscure Grimgob a little bit from this creature's view.
Okay, that is your turn, Emmy. You, when Grimgob goes and hides behind you, you rise to the challenge. You become an obstacle. That brings us to Nora.
Ding dong, big kitty's head go bong.
Okay,
Wisdom saving throw.
you toll the dead, and this wise displacer beast is going to roll a 9.
I mean, they had 2 17s before that.
22 points of necrotic damage.
And Nora,
Damn.
tell us how it happened.
Ooh.
Sorry, Wisp.
I was gonna say, I think it was mostly the Starry Wisp. I think with like the shining like residue that Starry Wisp has like illuminating this cat beast, Nora's just kind of like, ooh, and then like a little like tinkling bell in the background happens and just like causes the whole thing's head to go poof.
Very nice. And the whole thing's head does go poof. One of you strikes it with radiant flame, then the other, then the other. Little kind of motes from Starry Wisp fill the air, and with that final strike, it is like tinder has caught, and this whole creature just... The force of this radiant flame kind of knocks each of you back, stumbling a few feet. Bones scatter across this place. But in its wake, in the sort of after images of that light, you are all left alone in the dark, and you are out of initiative. Much faster than I had thought you would be.
Wow. I'm out of energy to cast darkness, but I think I did anyway.
Me think.
Just take a
Oh,
little
so
stone and
Tonky,
cast it
as
on
the
it.
haste winds down, is like, me think me need a little. Grimmy, me not know what you did to me, but that was awesome, then terrible.
You could see
Yeah,
Tonky
that'll do that.
sweating, shaking. You get a little shaky, hard to kind of stand still almost.
Lots of toots.
She just sits down and begins a short rest.
It's like borrowing energy. Like you'll get a bunch now, but then later you gotta pay it back.
Oh,
Is the
okay. How you want me
body
to pay
of
you
the
back? You
creature
need
still
gold?
there?
The what?
The body of the
No, just-
creature remains.
Yes.
Take a breath.
I would like to inspect the body of the creature.
For what?
I want to see if I can identify what kind of creature it is, if it has any like notable properties, or if there's any other details about it that would indicate like, is there a mate, or could
Make a
there be
nature
cubs
check.
or anything that we have not located yet?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Can I also
as
make a
that
check?
has happened
Yeah, what kind
To
before.
identify this beast.
Make-
Maybe from arcane or history.
I would say you could from history.
I rolled poopily.
And I would say you could roll at advantage to Grimgob.
I've rolled quite poopily. So
History
in fact.
24.
Okay. Displacer beasts. Basin displacer beasts in particular are creatures that are well known to goblins.
Basin displacer piece.
Similar to wolves, they have been like lightly domesticated. It's probably not a great idea. And there is no, like, you think about the Mireclaw Pact, a whole tribe dedicated to like this toad economy that doesn't exist for displacer beasts, because families that like, you know of a family that was like very famously like lived with a displacer beast in their house, kind of like some Russian families will have like a bear in their house, and that family disappeared. And largely displacer beasts cannot be tamed in the same way, but they're often kept for utility. They are good at cleaning bones, and as you look around in this ossuary, there are quite a few clean bones here. And so you are looking at what was essentially part of the ecosystem of this place. And this is an older creature. When you look at it, the kind of fur around its muzzle, a little bit grayed. This is certainly not like in the prime of its life.
Are they usually solitary?
Yes.
Okay.
To the point of like, they will typically kill each other for encroaching on territory outside of a few specific circumstances.
Okay. Good news, guys. This Basin displacer beast, they fucking hate each other. So it's a pretty good chance that there's none other around because they would have killed each other already. They probably just used this one to clean the bones because the goblins like to try to tame them and keep them for utility.
That mean we can take a break here, or that mean they're gonna bring more bodies here because we made a lot of bodies on the way?
Well, they don't know that we killed it, so they might bring bodies for it to take, but they probably don't come in here. They probably drop it in. Are there any holes in here they could just drop bodies in? Let the
Kind
bodies
of
hit
look
the
up
floor.
at the ceiling. Make a perception check.
I would assume that considering they're looking for us right now, funeral rites might be the last thing on
You
their
had
mind.
mentioned a stinky poo hall.
Yeah.
18. Yeah, I think that's this way. I think that's this way.
So with an 18 first, you perceive the stinky poo hall. This way, where Tulia kind of made their way, the smell immediately kind of turns your stomach. It is like rotting fats and fecal matter. It's hot kind of coming from here. It's probably about 20 feet. It goes down like a downward dug tunnel. And then you can see there's cloth that has been kind of draped across, almost like a curtain, to cover the room beyond. And certainly this is where that smell is coming from.
You're not resting in the stinky poo hall.
With that perception check, probably not the best place to rest. With that perception check, you look across the space. In the corner over there, the ceiling is largely collapsed in, and you can see a place where where like the column had kind of collapsed and given away. But there is still kind of covered by the rubble a doorway that you can see off and to the left. That big kind of it leads to a room that really draws your eyes. I would say, Grimgob, this passage, maybe 15 feet long, every single wall lined with finger bones that kind of disappear on off and into the darkness of that, whatever lies beyond over there. Straight ahead in this direction, with an 18 on your perception check, you would see there is a long tunnel that kind of becomes a series of passages. The ceilings are taller than even the space that you were in, probably like close to like 20 feet tall in these hallways. And you can see that there are skeletons of little goblins kind of nestled into these spaces. The tallway, perhaps. There are hundreds of tiny candles here, but they're all cold and out, so dark down this hall as well. And then the only other place that I have not said, I think that's all of them.
I see a thing of scrolls, and is that just decorative, or like there's like a little basin
with an 18 on your perception check? You don't see anything in the corners of the rooms necessarily.
Okay.
How long are we from being able to do a long rest? I know it's like hours, but do you know exactly how many? Of course you do.
It is 10 hours.
10 before we can long rest?
Correct.
Alright.
Me think we gotta rest at least for like short while, just short. Me not sleepy for long, but maybe short. Me think short.
Yeah, I think I could take a breather. Everyone on board?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could I spend the hour just kind of like checking around this room?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Instead of short resting? Or like during the short rest?
During the short rest.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then yeah, you can just kind of wander around and look. I would say you find most of the same things.
To be within range.
Okay.
I will choose to be.
Yeah.
How does that work again?
It's within 30 feet of me. It is a 10-minute casting, so at the end of the 10 minutes.
And this looks pretty much like prayer from Emmy.
Yes.
I don't think we need to if we're just gonna short rest, right? Because we can hit dice it.
If it's
The
ritual.
same having to do this, and I gotta get it back at the end of the
Oh, okay. So, I mean, are we still short resting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the short
I need
rest.
spell
Well, it's part of the
slots.
short rest.
Yeah.
I need spell slots.
How much health is it?
Not many. Oh, the wizard thing. So much.
20. Those of you within
wow.
30 feet of me after the 10 minutes get 20 hit points.
20
Oh,
hit
yeah.
points,
Uh,
holy guacamole.
That's a lot.
during the 10-minute stretch where we're listening to prayer, Nora I think zones out, and would you allow me to investigate the hammer that Ralph got, or alternatively I can use identify on the weird face ruby.
Which one do you want to do?
Yes.
If you let me do do Ralph's hammer, I'll do Ralph's hammer.
Absolutely, you could do Ralph's hammer. Give me 1 second.
Ralph's taking a nap after have defeated the other displacer beast.
The younger one with more hit points that was definitely gonna kill us, and then we handled this older guy.
Ralph's the true hero here.
So you spend a little bit of time casting Identify. And as you take this pearl, hold it in your hands, and you cast this spell, you learn that this weapon is called the Verdict of Tyr.
Dope.
It is a warhammer. It's rare, and it does require attunement specifically by a cleric or paladin of Tyr. It is a +1 warhammer, and whenever the person attuned to this item casts a spell of first level or higher, the next melee weapon hit before the end of this person's next turn will deal an additional 1d8 radiant damage per spell level to a maximum of 3d8.
Nice.
Dope. Cool item.
Nora shares this with her twin,
Okay. And we'll get back to Ralph.
and
So-
Nora, while
This pleases me.
like as pulling the stuff out of the bag of holding, would also pass off the 2 bronze scroll cases and say, "You have more experience with handling older scrolls than I do. I would say be very careful when opening it." Oh,
I'm assuming that's okay. Is that okay?
It depends.
Okay, never mind.
And I would say you know this. It really depends on the scroll. But when you look at these, make an Arcana check.
Kara was about to throw a hissy fit there.
Oh no.
As Vincent redlines the
9.
Okay.
Oh, do I get my thing?
Yeah, of course. This is a magical item.
Thank goodness, because then that's a 25.
Nice.
Going no
First one of
better.
these things that you look at, it is just this kind of bronze scroll case. There's nothing attached to it. There's no reagents kind of imbued into this thing. Sometimes you've seen like a scroll case of Animate Dead where the bones and grave dust infused into it so that when you open it, it begins the casting process. This is not like that. So you can open it, you can pull the scroll out, and as you look at this, it speaks about ending disease. Even diseases as severe as being blinded or deafened, maybe even paralyzed. This is a scroll of lesser restoration. And then the second one is a little bit of a fancier sort of case. You can see images of creatures kind of holding hands around it. And this is a scroll of prayer of healing.
Alright.
It heals people, is what prayer of healing does.
Damn, that's crazy.
Much like
Is that what you just
did?
did? Okay, I was like, wait,
We literally
that sounds
just
familiar.
All of these incantations sound so similar.
So I relay that. Yeah, that, I forget. Anyone can use the scroll, right?
Anybody can use the scroll.
Oh, yeah.
Tonky
So,
can use the scroll. Technically, Puff can use the scroll.
Even if you can't read?
Yeah, it's interacting with an item.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I relay
The
that.
scroll's already
Yeah, we should
written,
probably
you
keep
don't need
those
to know what it says.
safe. But that's what they do. What else do we find in the room?
Powers
Oh,
imbued in the spell.
well, hold please. I did make a note of everything as I was putting it away.
Really, I'm just asking about the potions.
Yeah. Okay.
Grimmy, calm down.
I didn't want you to have to read everything.
Well, there's 2 potions of water breathing, which will be useful for 2 of us if we ever have to encounter a submerged temple again. 2 potions of greater healing, which is fantastic. And then this.
Oh, let me see.
No. Just look at it.
It's
Smell
bright.
it.
It like sheds light in your hand. It looks almost like almost pearlescent. It's beautiful.
Okay. I might be misremembering, but in 5e, do we identify potions by tasting it? I'm like vaguely remember reading that from the rule book, and I might be wrong. Like that's
it
how.
might be rules is written. That's not really how things happen. I mean, like you're a wizard. You're trained in this. I mean, you can make an Arcana check to.
Nora's just staring
really
at
just
you
wants
like,
to taste it.
Put it in your
no.
He wants to see if it tastes
Natural
like an
20.
Woo!
With a natural 20,
Are
you hold in
smarter
your
than this.
hand a potion of heroism.
Ooh.
And that works differently, if I recall, from the spell, right? It does, like, for
Potion
an hour,
of
it gives you bless.
Heroism, it gives you temporary HP. And it gives you the benefits of bless. So
For an hour.
it's a little bit better than bless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no concentration required.
I relay that.
And lasts an hour.
Yummy.
So, Tuli, you kind of walk around this place, just sort of like idly looking around. You can see down these hallways, this is a pretty large structure that you are in. And especially as you look down how good is your dark vision?
I think it's just the normal. Was it 60 or 90?
60 is normal.
60 is one.
Yeah. I believe that's it.
So 20 feet down this hallway to the west, you can see the chamber opens up into this massive space, and you can see finger bones on the chamber's walls that then become thicker and thicker, and then you're recognizing that you're looking at the edges of branches of a tree made out of finger bones. A whole mural, and you can see from this distance there is like writing on each one of these little bones, kind of carved into it. Certainly something in there.
Like some sort of tree effigy made out of bones, probably some sort of ritual or religious significance.
It could be. It certainly could be.
Can I go get a closer look without getting into a dangerous or potentially dangerous situation away from my party based on where we are?
Probably not.
Like, okay, so it's not like I could go over to this corner of the room still within line of sight and like look down to where the
You would have to like
figures are?
go up to the hallway. So like you're entering from here. North is over here. So that big one is kind of where that tree is.
like the big U shape there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you can kind of get to the edge of there and look down, and you can just see into the room. You could walk a little closer and see a little more. You could walk a lot closer and see a lot more.
I feel like from here through this window, would I be able to see anything? Or is that into like a
It's not like a true window, but it is a crack, and you can see through that, like still that room. You're seeing more of the same thing.
Okay.
You imagine you really do need to be further into the space to see.
I won't
greater
press
picture.
my luck here. I need this short rest.
Okay.
If Tonki notices Tuli looking around, she'll be like, "Me really want to explore down here too, Tuli. If you wait, me go with you." And then she's like,
Can I catch? I want to ritual cast Comprehend Languages
Okay.
as well, as in addition to the short rest.
So towards the end of the short rest, you spend a little bit of time casting that spell. And we'll say you time it out so at the very
I
end
time
of
it
your
at the
short
same
rest,
time as prayer healing.
Perfect.
Prayer
Perfect.
healing would be done first.
Yeah.
Because that has
Oh, is that
before the rest?
Oh, it's 1 minute.
It's 10
No,
10 minutes.
Oh,
10
so
minutes,
you're
but it has
casting
to
10
happen
minutes.
Beginning
before
of the
the
rest.
short rest
And then
in
after
order for
the
that
rest.
to take effect. You are trying to do it at the end of the short rest, which is an hour later.
Can you ritual cast a spell and short rest at the same time, or do it has to be separate?
I think they probably have to be separate.
So I'm assuming we're spending an hour and 10 minutes here. So I'm gonna short rest for an hour and then ritual
There you
cast.
go.
So
Prayer of healing
that's-
happened at the beginning of the short rest, though. So that's 10 minutes, and then Emmy's resting for an hour. So you're
So
resting
I'm
for
not-
an hour and then 10 minutes.
I just didn't want to spend more time because it didn't sound like I needed
Gotcha.
to.
Okay. So an hour and 10 minutes is spent resting. You can cast Comprehend Language, no problem. At the end of your long rest, you can mark off your hit dice if you wish. Nobody attacks you. Nobody comes in from behind. No secondary displacer beast just sneaks out from a crevice.
No, this one killed the other one. Obviously.
obviously.
You are in a place surrounded by bones, and though many empty eye sockets stare back at you, for this long rest, you feel relatively alone. Short rest, sorry.
So as Tonki hurls herself to her feet from her short rest, she's gonna be like, "Okay, guys, it's pretty cool and spooky down here. Me not think we should go back outside just yet, cause they're looking for us, and me kind of want to see what down there, right, Tuli? What down there?" And she points down there.
Oh, yeah. It
Nora's
seems
got,
like
like,
an ossuary.
Nora's got like her cards in her hand. It's like,
Tuli, you know me not know that word. Well, maybe, but me not sleepy. It 2 p.m. or whatever.
Well, it's less that it's 2 p.m. and more that we just got our days and nights switched in
It's
an
8
underground
p.m.
cavern.
We should keep moving.
9
They're
if
going
the
to
idea is.
be disseminating information, and the longer that we wait, the more the army it can amass.
I think we gotta leave here.
Not immediately, but eventually they will come down here, probably. It seems like maybe the area ahead is some sort of finger ritual?
We have fingers.
Wait, what? Let me take a little look at that. And also, yeah, I agree. We should not stay here for.
So we're gonna go investigate deeper into this place and stay here.
Apparently.
Me just bored, honestly.
We could play cards. We could talk. We could take little snoozes and make dinner. There's so much we could do right now.
Well, given what we know about the area and the fact that this location is built into the side of the mountain, it's likely that there's a cave system that could lead to some of the sinkholes that would get us lower into the ground, which is likely where we end up needing to go because...
Muddy estate.
That doesn't mean that there's linked here.
I did also feel something down below.
Like,
Like the song you heard?
Yes.
oh, well, that's something.
Is it below here? Like, can you hear it from where we are now?
Make a perception check, Thule.
Oh.
Also, I forget, but how long does the game of Paragon take?
Paragon, probably like a
For
half
20.
hour.
I wouldn't mind
Natural.
spending another half hour here, but I don't think we should spend more than that, you know.
With the natural 20, Thule, you close your eyes. And here in the dark, this is a cavernous sort of space. It strikes you that though many of the sort of walls and places immediately around you dug by goblin hands, probably this is making use of other leftover spaces. Natural cave system does make sense. Perhaps part of the reason that this estate, this massive sprawling estate was built here was to take advantage of those things. And as you listen, you hear a couple of things. You hear and feel in the bottoms of your feet the bass of some sort of melody or rhythm, like a voice that faintly kind of hums up from the deep, deep below. But then, elsewhere, somewhere within this space, you don't hear anything, but it is like you hear something occupying a place where the wind should be able to pass. Like there is something waiting. And it strikes you that though you rested here with no problem, and you could probably spend longer here, deeper in these tunnels, there is something else.
And it's separate from the humming of the
Yes.
song. I hear a few things. One is the song. Very, 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 very deep. But something else is waiting for us.
In like a...
In like a cave.
Truly,
in
it's-
Like the nice person?
Truly, with that perception check as well, your eyes keep drawing you back to this room with these bones. You talked about some kind of a finger bone ritual, but then you recognize that this long hallway matches up a line of these bones, and in the swirl of this almost mural that you're seeing, it is a map as well. And you see little symbols carved into the bones, not names, though there are hundreds of names. You can see there are tiny little carvings of symbols that look like skulls, that look like bones, that look like maybe things similar to clan symbols that you have seen throughout the basin. Some of these branches of finger bones thick and sprawling, others kind of ending abruptly. What you are looking at here, and you would need to go into the chamber to really see all of it, but you are looking at once, quite literally, a family tree of the crackle slashes. You are also looking at a map of the ossuary around you.
Oh,
What?
it's a map.
What's a map?
And I'm going to start walking into the family tree room. It's a map, but it's also a map of the family. This is the
Julie just
Crackle
walks
Slash
straight
clan.
in.
Well, we knew that this was probably Crackle Slash, but this confirms it. This looks like their family tree.
Is this a 3-dimensional map, or is this something flat that could be easily translated to?
So as Thule walks into this space, you look up at the far edge of the wall. There are places where the bones form kind of roots on the floor, and the branches sprawl across the walls, these kind of long lines, the fingers of branches that have reached all the way around this chamber. It is very three-dimensional, kind of going up and up and up and onto the dome ceiling, just branches of these bones spreading out. Some of them kind of drip down like little fingers pointing at all of you.
I thought I'd be able to copy this onto paper, but this is multi-layered.
And there's hundreds. You're seeing groups of bones that represent families or clans, some of them representing individual goblins. At the very heart of this, at the very far wall where the trunk divides into its largest limbs, there is also a symbol that you can see made out of blackened knuckle bones. It is a jagged bolt of lightning splitting a skull in two, and this is the mark of the Crackle Slashes.
Do we know
You said
who
that
was
was
entrusted
base.
with the...
And also, Thule, you can see at the base of this tree, almost hard to see at first, there is a shallow stone basin. It is almost flush with the floor because finger bones have kind of been put in to fill this space. Each of them no larger than a child's. You would recognize that they are goblin bones. A couple of them have been painted with a faded red pigment.
Something else that just reoccurred to me. We saw members of the goblin tribe that had very similar spears to the one that what's her face
Arlie.
yeah, that Arlie had.
Sure.
And we know that the Dirge Moon likely isn't actually like manifest as necessarily like one specific gem.
I don't think we know that.
Did we know that?
I don't know that.
We just know it
Well, we
can
know-
manifest as other things, but we don't know that.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. We know that it can manifest as other things, is
Okay.
what I'm saying. Could it conceivably also manifest multiple weapons as part of the nature of its power, given that we already know that it can
Make an Arcana
control
check.
weather, which means that it can produce water and
It's
rain in abundance.
extremely powerful.
So it's probably able to create
Make
some
an
sort of
Arcana check.
mud weapons like the spears that we saw.
Too depleted
Hmm.
to cast Windy Indy.
Easy come, easy go. That's 9.
It's possible.
Damn.
Anything is possible.
Nora's question still hangs in the air of, do we know which goblin was last known to have the stone?
No. I mean, I don't think we've talked about it or learned anything. Do I know what the symbol of the gravel graves is?
Yeah.
Can I look around for that?
Perception check.
Family tree, you say?
I guess I would want to take
Damn.
a closer look at the blackened knuckle bone that seems to be at the base. It has a little more prominence in this basin, you said.
4.
With the 4, you look and your eyes cross. Grimgob, you are looking at
That's a lot of
hundreds of
symbols.
names. The Crackle Slashes, you are seeing places where they diverge into other clans and join back together. It is just overwhelming, and you have to kind of close your eyes and shake out your head because you're beginning to kind of spin in this space. But
Yeah,
for
probably not
you
here
two,
anyways.
Tully, as you examine these knuckle bones, they are painted at the base of this tree because this is who this family tree belongs to. This is the family tree of the Crackle Slashes, and it kind of spreads out. And it also shows you, with these symbols, a sort of layout of the ossuary. You can actually see the trunk kind of represents where you all entered. There is sort of this kind of bone cleaners layer. You can actually see a little symbol of a cat carved at the base. There are 2 crossed out cats that look quite old, and so this is probably the 3rd bone cleaner in a line of bone cleaners. You can see
Maybe
that
the
this
4th.
very short is the path to that really stinky pit that you had observed. That seems to be just a very short way to a single room. but everything else expands out and travels down, and where the names kind of almost are lost to time, been worn smooth, you can see that there are other locations named to this place. You entered into the bonecleaner's lair. Off and to the west, where you all are right now, is called the Bone Tree Room. And there is a additional path that you could take, and you can actually see a doorway directly from this room marked on the map to the vaults. From this room also, there is a door to the north. You can see currently shut, just a wooden door with a big iron kind of latch that you can grab to pull it open. Beyond there is a space, long branches of these finger bones that are labeled the Tunnels of the Called. And there are arcane symbology here, little lightning bolts kind of carved into these finger bones. Beyond that lies the lightning room. Beyond that lies the Tunnel of Chiefs. And in the Tunnel of Chiefs, you see symbology of spears and pieces of gold and diamonds. From the Bone Cleaner's lair, if you had traveled just due north, you would have traveled into the Tunnels of Family, which would have then led to the Warden's Room. And when you think about the place where that moment of silence seemed to be, that is where it originates from. The Warden's Room connects to the Lightning Room. It's like one big square. And so this is a sort of maze that you now have a map to.
Oh.
The Tunnels of the Call, the Tunnels of Family, the Tunnels of the Chiefs are all very ornate sort of structures, but when trying to traverse these things, you can now make your check at advantage.
Cool. And I would say to the group, I think the warden is home.
So there's like a 5-minute pause where Tuli's just looking up and up and up, and then he goes, oh, and then says, I think the warden is home.
Who the warden?
There you
We've
go.
mentioned this before, Tuli, but sometimes you have the conversations out loud and we need the short bit. And then sometimes you have the conversation in your head and we need the long bit.
ossuary is a map
Yes.
as well as a family tree.
Yes.
And there's an area with the warden at the end of the family tunnel. And otherwise, there's a vault. And
Yeah,
then
so it's
it
in the
seems like there are progressively
necessarily
more.
treasure.
Well, typically in an ossuary or catacomb like
Warden,
this.
focus on
you-
Warden.
So the warden's room is where I felt the other, not the song, but the waiting.
Is the waiting for us a friendly thing?
It's a warding thing.
That doesn't answer my question.
We think we probably should
Well-
not go there, right?
I don't think that's a question we'll know until we go into that room.
And generally
does it offer
speaking,
a way,
grave robbing is frowned upon.
does
What,
it
Emmy?
offer a way into the estate proper?
That's what I was going to try and find out, but it seems like this map is isolated only to the areas that the Crackle Slash have turned into their catacombs.
Then perhaps this is not our way in.
Can I look and
Or
see
the map is incomplete.
the map? Yeah, so basically the
Since
map
everyone wants to
is
spend
the
however much
ossuary.
time navigating
Oh,
the
perfect.
maze.
Map?
Well,
I also am now
With the
looking at the
map, we
map
just
now
have
he's
to
pointing it out.
write
Can
down
we all
directions.
see it?
Yeah.
You
can
mentioned
all
there
see
are
it.
arcane symbols.
Yes, there are.
Can I make anything of the arcane symbols?
Make an Arcana check at advantage.
Oh, yeah!
Nora, knowing that, like, Tuli at least wants to head in that direction, begins, like, basically trying to write down MapQuest directions, because drawing the map isn't possible. But at least, like, we'll come to this, there'll be these options, go this way.
Sure.
Drawing the
Yeah,
map's
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, you can definitely draw a map.
Chiefs? This says Chiefs?
Yeah,
Oh,
Chiefs. That's the
Chiefs.
Tunnel of the
Tunnel of
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay, 23 Arcana check on the Arcana runes that you said I think were...
The Tunnels of the Called.
Yeah.
Here, these tiny lightning symbols speak to power. Power drawn from an arcane source. And having already seen one of the Silt Knights from Clan Crackle Slash, this is likely where similar warriors have been laid to rest. This is a place where people who are thought of as heroes of the Crackle Slashes are lain. People who have not risen to the status of chiefs, but still have some renown.
Based on general catacomb structure, They are arranged in order of hierarchy based on, probably for this, it would be the crackle/caste system. So, there's the chief's room, which is likely where former chiefs are buried. And then beyond that, well, there's a lightning room that's before that, actually. And the warden's room is kind of off. So I think the warden is probably kind of like a groundskeeper. But like I said, grave robbing is generally frowned upon.
Not in goblin culture.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
they frown upon if you're robbing their graves.
we
speak
aren't
for all
looking
goblins?
to rob a graves.
No, just historically speaking. Would you be upset if someone robbed your grave, Grimgob?
No, I'd be dead. I can't be upset. Do Grimgoblins...
I've faced a lot of zombie goblins.
Do goblins get upset if you were to... I mean, what he said makes sense, but...
It makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
But not really for goblins. There's a
Ah.
funeral rite that is universal to goblins. The goblin burial rites are almost always taking everything that is valuable. And then there are assorted other rites that some clans follow. But universally, taking stuff from dead people, kind of like how you get stuff.
Yeah, that's mostly how we get stuff. Taking them from dead people. How else would you get stuff?
Me have question for group. It sound like we talking about exploring, but we need to find way to estate, and also we gotta stay hidden, and me sleep schedule totally messed up. We probably should do something about that. What the plan here?
We check out the vaults.
Okay, Grimmy vote for vaults.
I think that there's a potential for some valuable information that we could learn from the past.
And valuables.
So, well, there's actually been 3 displacer beasts so far. So I think to your point, they pick the bodies pretty clean. But there are many generations here that have likely some history in the basin at the very least, if not more knowledge about.
So Thule want to explore.
Also, the warden is probably going to come check if we don't go.
You keep saying that the warden is... Am I misunderstanding? It's the chief's room, or the room of chiefs. Would this not also be the warden's room or the room of wardens? What if warden is a
No,
position?
it's a separate room on the map.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's not a
It could
position.
be, but
Position.
something's waiting.
I mean, what you want to do? You've been quiet.
From what we've seen, it doesn't appear like there's a way from here into the estate, which is our goal. We're not here to rob goblins. We're not here to learn from the past. We are here to find the Dirge Moon.
Well, specifically, we walked into here to find a place to rest.
Correct.
So,
And if we're not going to rest here, then I suggest we move on.
but the Dirge Moon could have some history here because it has been in possession of the Crackle Slash for some time. It's likely that if someone previously owned it from their clan, they
They
could be
would hide
buried
it in
here.
their ossuary?
No, but they could be buried here, and there's a lot of information anywhere that you look, just in different forms. So, especially if there's a living person here who might know something, we could maybe learn a little bit about.
And he's like looking around, just bones.
Oh, maybe the warden's alive.
Or he keeps talking about this warden as if it's a person.
Sure. Like the bone cleaner.
Yeah. Based on everything we've seen and the symbology on these bones, does the symbol of the warden seem like a goblin? Or does it seem...
Make a history check at disadvantage.
In my experience, Thule, most
Would it be
cultures do not
flat
keep their
because
dead
symbols of the arcane?
Sure.
within the living spaces.
No, but I think that the fact that there is something called the Warden, and there's a presence other than us currently down here besides the displaceries that we murdered,
Why don't you go talk to him too and see how it works
Oh,
out?
I don't want to talk to them. I want to find out why they're here. Because if they're here, then there's probably something of valuable importance here. Otherwise, why would they guard a pile of old bones?
That makes sense.
The most notable sigil amongst the kind of arcane groupings around this warden is one that is weirdly known to you. It's one of those things that is partly like urban legend, but it's something that is called the Rune of the Wormfeeder. You've maybe heard about it in sort of darker texts that were checked out of suspicious bookstores. It's known to be quite evil and associated with,
Worms.
well, with things dying.
Necromancy, one would say.
No,
Cool.
with things dying.
We
Very
like
much
this.
with. You could think of Wormfeeder. It's a name. It's similar to Orphan Maker.
Great. Nora's
Well,
face
like
just
with an
like
O?
goes from like
Yes.
fairly passive to just like
Good question.
as she's staring at these symbols. I don't think the warden, if it is a thing, is something we can talk to or reason with.
Probably not. But again, the fact that it's down here.
Yeah, the worm feeder? Not a
Grimgob,
good thing.
you know of a Wormfeeder Crackle Slash. It
Wait a
is
minute.
a
Wormfeeder.
it is a legendary goblin hero who slew Korg and Vorg, the Ettins. They are somebody who one time killed a sort of renegade goblin who had tried to unite the clans against the sisters prior to the Sisters' War, actually kind of a precursor, known as Nibnab Bad Eye. They are a Crackle Slash Silt Knight of the highest order. And they died probably about 120 years ago.
There it is.
It's like,
I relay that.
oh, see? Bad.
Aw, another Zombo?
No. Definitely dead. Very dead. Might also make us dead.
Um,
Oh,
No,
me
no.
not think we go there. Me not think such a good idea.
doesn't it?
Do I? So now with that context, do I recognize any of the runes around the warden room?
You look over at the warden's room, and like the runes primarily just sort of speak to what it is. It is the warden's room. You see this sigil of Wormfeeder, which you recognize is not the Wormfeeder. It's literally Wormfeeder Crackle Slash. That's his name. His mom named him that. This is an individual who
My friends call me Wormy.
they were one of the very few patriarchs of the clan. It's almost entirely matriarchal, the Crackle Slashes. They were one of the very few who was really respected by almost everybody, not just in the immediate clan, but even beyond. They were really big on honesty, courage, and respect for the dead. They despise cowards and oathbreakers.
I relay that.
Nora just like, yeah, I don't think we need to go there. Not a good idea.
I don't think you
I
need
believe
to go
this
anywhere.
place is just going to be an exercise in utilizing the resources that we don't have at present.
Agreed.
I would argue
Wouldn't any place do that though? No matter where we go?
this is a calculated risk against a formidable enemy.
Me thought we came here because we needed place to lay low.
And
Yeah,
we've
like the vaults.
stumbled upon a trove of information that could help us against the Crackle Slash.
I agree with that.
I thought we
We
were just-
agree with everybody.
I thought we were just gonna have a lovely night camping out and not getting killed by.
Respectfully disagree. They're not going to store their information in the crypt.
But then why do they have 100-year-old undead warden guarding this area?
Who said that there's an undead warden?
I filled in
area?
some blanks.
Yeah, I got the same blanks filled in.
Logical leap there.
Nora begins like drawing cards for augury.
All the more reason we should not.
Well,
What is an undead
10
warden going to
10-minute
do?
ritual
well,
cast.
Grimcop said that he liked honesty and being brave and some pretty virtuous things that are atypical of what we generally
And he's
associate with the Crackle Slash. But
He's dead.
there's
no
a
longer
presence.
exists.
But there's a presence
That
in
does not make
his
it
resting place.
Could be
Well,
monster.
the nature could still be there.
him. What nature?
His nature.
No.
Just a different form.
He is gone, Thule. He is dead.
Well, not all.
Dead.
Not always.
Dead.
It can be different forms,
Dead.
though.
Dead.
I have heard of some spells where you can speak with dead.
Do you have these spells?
No,
I don't know that one.
but they're not completely
Does anyone
uncommon.
have these spells?
No.
Not in this immediate area.
Emmy,
but
you know me not know any spells.
This is not for you two. Okay.
Oh, okay. She goes back to like macrame or whatever she does.
Should we vote on what we do next? What are our options? Either it sounds like leave here, stay here for 20 hours, because I think that's probably when I'll be tired again to actually sleep. Check out the vaults, or check out the other rooms deeper within.
Me think
I vote vaults.
one reason to go further in is to see if there are more maps to see whether we can get into the estate. Because it not seem like we can right now, but we not know. So
And the vaults, for what it's worth, are in the direction of the estate. That would be bringing you closer to your eventual destination. Whether it connects or connects up above, you don't know. But from a pure cardinal direction standpoint, you are getting closer.
So we're kind of like
The only drawback is if
superimposing.
they do
Yeah.
bring their dead here and we get trapped in if there's no exit.
me agree, Emmy. But me still think me vote for vaults for the reasons that everyone just said. In right direction, maybe connect to a state we not know yet. And here, if we go further in, we more hidden, because they probably just gonna push bodies in to let the kitty cat eat them.
Yeah, they don't know we're here.
That's
not
why me vote the way me do.
Well, I think something knows we're here. Again,
Why do you think that?
well, because there were two songs, as I said.
Why does hearing the song make you think that it knows that we're here?
Well, one was very, very, very deep. The other one, not so deep, and it was waiting, and it is more imminent.
And
I think it's this warden.
and you sure that it knows that you're here? I hear.
I'm not sure of anything, but
Okay, then to
I
the
can
vaults.
intuit, based on how I'm feeling, that there is something waiting for us.
You cast augury.
Gee.
What is your question?
What's the outlook on heading to the warden's room?
You draw
That's your
these
question?
That's a good
cards,
question, actually.
And you draw wheel.
Actually, it might not be a bad plan. Not, I think, for the reasons that Tuli's been saying. But,
Hey, it could be.
Your magic tell you a good idea?
yeah.
Oh.
Nora holds up a couple cards and she, see?
How many times have you cast that spell
You
today?
know me can't read those cards.
One.
Hell yeah.
Why?
Emmy, what you think? This changed things?
I mean, so Nora draws some cards. Tonki looks at them,
I
says,
explain it.
I don't understand, then turns to you and says, does this change things?
I explain it, but
because-
more tactically to make it more confusing.
These are not cards Nora's made.
And Nora doesn't give context to the question she asked either.
No.
Wait, what question
Oh,
did
I
you
didn't know
Absolutely
that.
Wait, what question did you ask?
Oh,
If going to the warden or
about just if going to the warden room would yield good results. Or results. Any results.
Wait, good
Not
res-
death.
Wait.
Can you say the question again?
This is the
As you
hardest
ask
part.
the cards.
The spell was a success, but now she has to fucking convince the rest of us idiots.
What's the outlook on going to the warden's room? And I drew some nice cards.
Oh,
They're good.
based on that question, I think that's a good idea then. We now know more than what we do before.
They're all very positive.
I think your card's always been right so far.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
okay.
one, I might have drawn it upside down. And then maybe I put it right side up accidentally, in which case that's very bad. But,
Nora, you're not helping. Me already so confused.
I just want to also say going back out means we're going back to where there are armies looking for us.
That is also true.
I could do a reading for going out.
Nora
Nora
begins
begins to start shuffling again.
I don't think we should rely too much on that.
Oh, we never
I
had
disagree.
all good card before. That's pretty good. Usually cards say, well, maybe good, maybe bad, not so helpful. This one just say, good.
I disagree. This is what Nora does.
What do I do?
Read the cards.
I mean, yeah, but it's more of just like a good feeling and interpretation of feelings.
And that's where you're going off too.
That's fair.
We trust you, Nora.
What are you
I
doing?
say we check out the warden.
Can we go vault first?
Okay,
Is treasure
fine.
there?
I don't think there'll be treasure. Okay. I don't.
Based on the map, I think
Wait,
it makes
is it on
more
the way?
sense to go to the wardens first.
Can I see them?
Well, technically, the vault's closer, so we should check out the vault first.
I didn't ask about going to the vault.
Vault's this way.
Where are we
have to
in the
go
middle?
down this way.
Oh, so it's
We're
just
here.
like one room down.
Yeah, we are adjacent to the vaults right now. We have to go back through to the bone cleaners layer to go down to the wardens, or we would have to pass through the tunnel of the called
This is
and the
already
lightning
a
room.
detour of a detour of a detour. So maybe we should try just going straight.
Technically, you guys are going to Portalis right now.
A
Isn't-
detour of a detour of a detour.
Isn't going straight to the vault?
No, we want to go to the warden's room.
Me think warden's room. We got good answer. Maybe we got good information. It not too far away.
And
Which room had the worm?
Warden.
Wormfeeder is the warden's room.
Wormfeeder is the name, first name of the warden.
and I'll wait outside.
We protect you, Nora.
I-
Don't worry.
Where we are, we can see the door to the vault, right?
Yeah.
Can you describe it?
It's like a big wooden door with like a kind of pull thing that you can pull
Classic
open.
door.
You don't know what's beyond
Classic door.
there. It could be just
All right.
on the other side of this door.
Are you sure? I mean, the vault's right here, and I point to the door.
You were very impressed by
Over
my card
here.
reading not just 2 minutes ago.
Okay, fine. Are we all on board with the warden?
I will follow you, but I do not agree.
Me sorry, Emmy, but
I know how that
me on
feels.
board.
Okay. As a group, with some descent, you turn and you make your way back to the layer of the bone cleaner, and then you make your way north.
I'm trying to stay conscious of the presence that I felt.
Okay.
To sense if there's like
Truly,
any
as you
hostility or
focus
anything.
your conscience forward, in whatever way that happens for you, you do sense that the air grows colder. All of the rest of you do as well, because in actuality, the air is getting colder. As you enter these passages, kind of passing through where, Tonki, you can see a little bit further than everybody else. These are like winding passages. The ceiling is very tall here, and there are narrow alcoves carved into each wall that hold skeletons on either side, kind of carefully rested on stone shelves. Some of them, as you kind of begin to make your way through, are clutching crude toys. You see little carved bone knives. You see colored beads made out of actual glass in some hands. Others are wrapped in threadbare blankets that have long since decayed. You can see in some of them signs still of like mud. And I would say, Grimgrub, you imagine they were not always buried here. This is a relatively new improvement to their ossuary. They had been dug up from the mud at some point in the past. You can see that there are hundreds of tiny candles here, though none of them are lit. They're all dark. Each one kind of at the foot of a different set of remains. And then every few yards you can see names kind of carved in here. You keep an eye out for gravel grave, but it doesn't pop up. This is mostly crackle slashes. You do see a few little family symbols painted on stones. Who's leading the way?
Emmy would be in the very back.
I would
I
probably.
can see pretty further, so I might be in the front, but not leading. Just like
Could I have a
looking.
marching order, please?
I would lead unless someone else wants to take lead.
I
I
would
think
probably
Julie would
feel the
probably
onus
lead.
of responsibility because
You can stand
of
two across
Emmy.
in these holes.
I'll go up front because Tonki remembers
you?
that she had better vision than everybody else in this room, and she saw the displacer
What do you
piece.
want
So
to be?
You kind of
she's like,
step in front of Grimgob, especially because he's
Nora
so small.
would theoretically be like hiding behind Ralph as walking along, but since Ralph not here, probably hiding
I'm right
behind
here.
Tonki.
I'll
some-
be next to him.
Something big and protective.
Okay.
And
Ralph is
Emmy's-
like,
Not that
Patchy
Nora
exists.
doesn't think that Emmy could protect her, but she is visibly hidden behind Tonki.
It's also
Tonki,
better to
Julie,
have
what is your
Emmy
passive
behind,
perception?
Behind
because
everybody.
Emmy can have the oversight.
Julie,
of
what is your
everyone.
passive perception?
Oh, sorry.
14.
My passive perception, as I go to my page and try to delay the question so that I can get it for you, 14.
The filibuster. With both of your passive perceptions at 14 as you begin to walk, just barely, you notice at shin height. This is not well hidden, and this is the only reason that you
Wait,
notice
Tonki
it.
Shin or Thule Shin?
Both of you.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
this is Tonki Shin, so Tula, your knees. This is very much braided hair that has created these tiny little strings
Is that my
cross.
waist?
Yeah, your waist. This is a tripwire. And as you follow it, you can see it goes along the wall and then up to where it attaches to a number of little bone chimes. Tripping over this would cause a tremendous amount of noise in this narrow space. But you can point it out to your party, and you can just step over it if you wish. You continue to walk down these paths.
Now that we've seen a tripwire, Tonki's gonna try to keep an eye out for more tripwires.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Or make an investigation check if you wish.
Prefer perception,
Go for
if
perception.
you don't mind. 22.
Okay. Tonki, as you were walking, this hall goes down to the end and then turns to the left. And right at the end of the hall, the stones shift. You can tell with your innate sense that things will not hold your weight, that section of floor will not hold your weight, but not in a way that you will fall through. That's a pressure plate.
Mm.
And you see that this pressure plate seems to connect to this bundle of bones that now that you look up is loose on the ceiling, kind of tied up there with vines. You imagine stepping there would have caused this clump of skeletons to fall down. It wouldn't have hurt you a tremendous amount, but for a goblin, that's like crushing weight.
Don't step on that plate. It crush you.
You specifically.
You make your way over
See,
there.
and me.
And then you find your way around the corner to an equally long hallway heading out into the west. And often in each section of this hall, there are little niches where mushrooms have actually begun to grow out of some of the bodies here. It's a little damper in this hall.
Will they
kinda-
explode?
Make a nature check.
What kind of mushrooms?
Make a nature check.
I would also want to know these mushrooms.
We're all afraid of mushrooms now. 14.
No, I'm just a little hungry. 25.
14, Laura, you can't tell. There's a Wormfeeder up ahead. You're just staying back. You're staying on guard, and that doesn't let you know too much about these mushrooms.
Nora picks Puff up and they're just like,
For sure.
Yeah.
19 on what?
Nature.
So for the two of you, as you look at these mushrooms, these are poisonous mushrooms that will puff up little bits of spores they will hurt you a little bit, but much more, unfortunately, they will poison you. They will make it hard to concentrate. You do not want to go into these little niches. You can see that there are like little tokens tucked away. These mushrooms seem to have grown in places where maybe Tuli and Grimgob, you're sensing this is purposefully. These mushrooms have been cultivated, and these items have been placed to be essentially traps. You see little pouches of silver. You see a bone whistle shaped like a bird. You see a little polished river stone, beads of jade off in the distance, but each of these kind of nestled into these little clusters of mushrooms. Silvered earrings, a bundle of dried medicinal herbs, which you imagine might even be used as a healer's kit, but just out of reach, just past. You have to reach through these spores.
If you want my shit, you're gonna have to fight for it.
Knowing that, would we know roughly, like, the spores, are they explosive in the same way that we've seen, or are they more,
Poison.
Are they just poison on contact?
I mean, explosive
Poison
in
on
terms
contact.
of the,
Skin contact. So not inhaled, skin contact.
You know what? Ching! Mage hand.
Okay.
Kind of want some of this stuff. The poison's only bad if you touch it, though. Y'all want any of this?
No, Grimgob.
Did anything seem magical?
Make an Arcana check.
It is interesting
my thing?
that this
Do.
place is set up in such a way.
22.
There's nothing. There is something that's magical. Tucked deep back in the little niche in an alcove past two different skeletons. You'd have to reach really through the ribs of one of them. Glinting, you see a familiar kind of red that shimmers when disturbed. You are seeing a potion of healing tucked into a rib cage in a burial niche past two skeletons. You could get this, but this is going to be challenging to retrieve.
Like a fucking item
Outside of that, there's nothing
coffin
really
that's,
magical
like,
here. You do see
in
some
the
silvered
wall.
earrings. You see some medicinal herbs.
Don't
There's a potion of healing, but
Fucking cairns.
sounds like it'll be noisy if I try to grab it, and nothing here seems magical, so we can move on, I guess.
And straight ahead, you can see, now that you have, with Tonki expertly leading the way through,
No, the two of us.
with both of you expertly leading, but really Tonki, that 22 perception is what caught
Gotcha.
the second two traps.
Gotcha.
You pass through these tunnels, setting off not a one. And you can see ahead the passage widens into a chamber whose stone walls have been blackened by age and by smoke. And at the far end of this sort of space, you can see a throne made entirely out of bones. The skulls and ribs have been carefully stacked to make a seat that looks like pale ivory with dozens of cracked goblin blades that are just driven into the floor, almost like offerings around this throne. Unlike the rest of the tombs that you just passed through, these bones at the sort of foot of the throne that make up this seat are ugly, cracked, split. Grimgob, you are looking at a throne of the bones of the traders of the Crackle/Slash family. And upon it sits a figure in corroded armor, his body little more than a skeleton wrapped in scraps of dried leather and ceremonial cloth. A great and gnarled spear rests across their knees, and every now and then, between their ribs and the space where their organs should lie, little blue-white sparks just dance between their ribs. And they just sit there, empty sockets in their head just kind of pointed at their lap.
Yes.
You can see in this space, large, pretty cavernous, some kind of pillars holding the ceiling up. This space is actually in very good condition. There is another door off from the one that you entered into on the western hall that you can see is ajar. You can smell ozone coming from that hall.
It's the lightning room, right?
You imagine that would be the direction of the lightning room.
Go ahead.
Arcana check on the blue spark that I'm seeing rifle through this creature.
Body.
Make an Arcana check.
Do I get my thing?
No.
Damn! Just when I need it. 10.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's definitely magic.
Is that the presence that I had felt?
As Grimgob says, it's definitely magic. You see these white-blue lights just appear in these sockets. You can see the skeleton slowly rises, the spear scraping along the stone as it's drawn into his hands. You can hear the bones creak, the rusted mail rattles, and he says, Who walks amongst my family? And as Wormfeeder Crackle Slash rises to his feet, this is where we're going to step away for a quick break. And when we get back, we will see how you handle this social encounter.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for sticking with us. There'll be a countdown on your screen. We'll be back at the end of it.
He's not
Right.
dead.
Question. Tell you.
Thank you for sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, we're playing D&D, and now, so are you. And in this moment as well, this creature in corroded armor, the tiny goblinoid body, little more than a skeleton, rises from its throne and says, "Who walks amongst my family?" These cold motes of blue-white light glow like flames floating in these sockets. They flick between the three of you in front first.
So I imagine that if Grimgar ever tells this tale to his children, I'm not in the front, but Tonki and Tui would kind of turn sideways and I would walk in front in cool fashion.
Tonki is going to take a step back, so go for it.
Emmy is going to back out of the room.
Okay.
I am Grimgob Gravelgrave, and we are the Misfits from Mistridge. We come here on behalf of she who is still trying, and he who grows to grief, to find a place to rest. For after that, we've been asked by them to retrieve the gem that haunts the basin below the muddy estate. We do not want to fight the Crackle Slashers, but if there's anything you can do to help us avoid them for our goal, because we believe will truly help the basin and Mythalstrean itself.
You can see they regard you. Nothing really shifts in their demeanor. A minute passes, like a solid minute of silence in this space. And then he says, "A gravel grave, and one that speaks true. You are sent by the Great Spirit. Interesting." They slowly sit back down in this throne, and they say, "You are free to walk these halls, cousin. But this is a dangerous task you undertake. The dirge moon is not meant to be held by mortal hands."
What can we do to handle it? To remove it from this place?
You must destroy the book.
Where is the book? What book?
Cousin, you travel from Mistridge, and you know not what you look for. There is a reason you were driven from the basin, I think. But admirable to return.
Why do you call me cousin?
You are a gravel grave. You are a cousin. They point, and they point back in the direction of that bone tree room. Your clan's name intermingles with mine many times. All goblins are related. The squabbling is glorious, yes, but it is baseless at its core.
I agree.
As this is happening, Tonki would just be sort of whispering bits and pieces to the folks who don't speak Goblin, like just the basics, like he doesn't seem like he's going to hurt us. He says we can, walk through here freely. He called Grimmy cousin. No editorializing, just straight facts.
The squabbling amongst the goblins. We've encountered artifacts from Obra City that would incite them to anger when they're taken. I think that might be what be causing the goblins to squabble more than we should. What do you know of these artifacts?
The infernal gems. I know much. And it is this that causes these squabbles. But more, it is this that causes the unchecked aggression across our continent. These are dark artifacts. It is better that they were lost. But even when I walked amongst your kind, they had begun to be found again.
Can they be destroyed? Should they be destroyed?
That isn't for me to decide. My time has come and passed. Now I guard these halls, and that is all that I care for.
Where do you guard these halls from?
From those who might disrespect the bones of our fallen.
Would taking valuable objects count as disrespecting the bones of the fallen?
Surely you're aware of our burial rites.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm trying to tell these guys, they're not listening.
Suddenly, so this all happens in Goblin. Suddenly, this creature rises slowly again from this throne. The bones creak, the metal rattles, the spear on the ground, and they speak in common now to all of you. And they say, "Hear me, those of you unfamiliar with our kind. If you can take it, it is yours."
Nora's just looking confused.
Tonki kind of timidly raises her hand and is like, excuse me, sir?
They turn to you.
And in Goblin, she's just gonna be like, in the course of our quest, we may need to rest. Can we rest down here? And do you know whether other goblins and other people come down here?
Good job, Donkey.
Are you finished?
Yes, thank you. I'm not great at talking. Thank you for listening, sir.
In 6 days, a new group will be brought to be cleaned. You should be gone by then.
Thank you. And she turns to the group and says, he say no one gonna be here for 6 more days. So as long as we gone by then, seem like we safe here.
I thought that was in common.
Was that in
No,
common?
that was in Goblin.
Okay.
We'll switch to match talking for sure. They're definitely more comfortable speaking in Goblin.
Thank you for this information, sir.
They kind of slowly sit down again.
Do you know of any other passageways from the crypts that might get us into the muddy estate? Through the mountains?
In common, they say, "These caves and holes and halls all touch, but in places, the cave-ins make it hard. You may need to go above ground again, but you may not."
Tonki's gonna keep doing her little translation job for the gang.
Thank you, noble Wormfeeder.
Crackle slash.
Crackle slash.
There anything we can do for you? You know, while we down here?
You mean to take the Dirge Moon? That is more than enough.
You said you knew more about the gems. Sorry. Where would they all have come from?
Hang on. No one knows. They are older than goblins. Older than your kind. They welcomed you onto these shores, and they will wave us goodbye.
There's something about the family tree. Do you mind if I ask him something about your family?
Go ahead.
Were you around when the gravel graves were banished, and was it because of the Dirge Moon?
That was after my time, but I heard of it. It was not because of the Dirge Moon. They were simply too weak to stay.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Was the Dirge Moon already part of the clan by your time?
No.
Okay.
It is a curse that has befallen us in the time since I have fallen.
Well, hopefully we can set it right.
Why this one? You are from Mistridge. Why not go north?
What's
Why
north?
not seek out the Red Ledger gem?
What is the Red Ledger gem?
It was held by a merchant in Port Talus. It allowed him to grow mighty and rich and fat.
We were also here in the basin. We were brought to the basin originally because one of us felt like something was blighted with the like the nature. What was it, Emmy, that you, how do you describe it?
An infernal corruption.
I just had an idea.
Yeah. that was what we're trying to.
From out in the hall, you hear, "Yep, that's it."
Yeah.
I forgot that you were.
Oh, I forgot you were here. I'm sorry.
You can see for just a moment these like white motes of flame like flicker over Grimgob's shoulders as this voice just kind of trails out from the hall.
For what it's worth, Emmy is standing in the hall holding a little mote of fire in her hands, praying through this entire conversation.
Okay, no problem. You do so.
I'm going to pull out the half of the paper that I have that has the half of the poem from the wall back in Mistridge. I'm going to go up to the throne and go over to him and be like, "Do you know what the other half to this poem is?"
These burning motes of light kind of smolder in the sockets, and they say in common to you, "Boy, it has been centuries since my eyes have rotted away."
I'll read it to you.
So you read out this little swatch of poetry to this long dead
Poetry
goblin
hour.
hero.
At the ossuary.
And he says, "This speaks of the gems."
Have you heard the rest?
I do not recognize these words, but I know of Asmodeus, the Archdevil.
Okay. Is there anything that you could tell us about him that might help?
They are the principal evil. They are the prince of hells. They are the chief of deceivers.
A good candidate for the creator of the gems.
Have you heard of Valorn's Flame?
The name Valorn is an old one, a noble name, but I have not heard of its flame.
Cousin Wormfeeder, Crackle Slash. It's been a great. What?
Wormfeeder.
Cousin Wormfeeder,
He doesn't
Crackle
eat
Slash.
worms.
Roll for initiative!
I don't eat worms! You're gonna eat worms!
How dare you!
It's been a great honor meeting you, a hero of the Crackle Slash.
Little gravel grave. I hope you do something with what remains of your life.
And I bow.
Damn.
The lights go out. But you don't feel as if they have gone far. You imagine you could still interact with them if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I turn back to the group. Nora trusts the cards, and I trust Nora.
Fuck me then.
That was pretty good.
Nora's just like from outside, like,
That was pretty good.
Yes. Yes. Good. Everything's fine.
It seemed like we pretty safe down here. We made new friend. Me have proposal. We learned that we might be able to get to a state while staying underground. Maybe, maybe not, but at least we get closer. How about we explore a little bit while we wait, then rest while we still down here and safe, then go up above ground.
He did say we were safe to walk these halls, other than the other dangers in them. But he has no issues with it.
If we have a few days before they would come back, we could try and see if there's an other way through that's underground.
Yeah, that what me saying.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's at least safer to stay in here than to go out there where they can find us. I don't think they'll look for us in here.
I think that no matter which way we go, there's going to be danger. So if we can try and sneak under it, maybe that's the best approach.
Everyone okay with stay underground for a little while longer? As long as we move forward?
Like to move forward sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
The longer we tarry here, the more likely they are to defend the
But-
estate again.
Do we...
If we move in right direction, but just stay underground anyway. That okay?
Yes, of course.
We could sneak right under if we found a way through.
It sounds like we all agree.
We might be able to avoid them altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to check out the rest of these halls.
And the vault on the way, right?
We should honor the goblin tradition. And I'm gonna go towards the...
Exactly. And also,
Back toward the vault.
apparently...
back towards the one that had the coins and stuff.
I don't know if you guys... I don't know if Tonki-san mentions, but apparently me and that guy are related, so I guess these are my family.
She translated everything.
So
We tried really hard. And I guess with Emmy out of the room, she would have been like whispering through the doorway.
I feel like Tonki was like hanging back against the wall, very respectful, and just like.
Tula, you said you're going towards the sort of place where you had seen the symbology of the coins. There are two ways that you could go. You
Not
could go-
through the lightning room.
Okay, so you trace your steps back.
I kind of want to go to the
Lightning
lightning
room.
room. Is-
Lightning room is the one that smelled burnt.
Well, the
and
lightning room is the room that is before the Tunnel of Chiefs. So you can either pass back through the Tunnel of Families, back through the Bone Cleaner's Lair, back through the Bone Room, and then go down
I
the
guess
Tunnel
if
of the
I
Call.
wouldn't split off if everyone's gonna go to the fucking lightning room.
Well,
If we're all going to the lightning room, I'd go to the lightning room.
I kinda-
Why not we ask our new friend what in the lightning room?
Lightning.
oh, that would have been a good
seems-
idea to ask him.
Excuse me, sir.
Ask him what's in all the rooms.
You can see
What's up?
his eyes open again. These motes of light just smolder in
I
this
had
space.
just fallen
Again,
back
the
to
bone
sleep.
kind of sits back out.
Me very sorry to disturb you, sir, but me forgot to ask. Since you are allowing us to stay down here, it would be helpful to know what kind of dangers await us. For example, what in the lightning room?
They lean forward. You can hear clack, 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 and the
Lightning.
clatter of this. And they say, lightning.
Okay, thank you.
It lightning.
Oh. Good confirmation, Tonki.
Me wondering why we going into lightning room at all.
I kind of want to see the Hall of Chiefs, but you know what? It's fine. We don't have to.
No, it okay. Me just think it's okay.
It's on the way to the Hall of Chiefs.
I wonder how they keep the lightning in there.
Magic.
Well, what kind?
Like,
Flavor?
it's one way to find out.
Lightning.
Usually evocation.
Not always.
Usually.
Usually doesn't mean always.
Okay, me guess just a peek won't hurt. Probably.
I start going
mean-
towards the lightning room looking for traps.
With the effects of lightning, a peak
Make
very
a
much
perception
could
check.
hurt.
You go over to the doorway.
Can I use investigation instead?
If you want to go into the room and then investigate up close.
Okay, but for check for traps, that'd be perception.
It's perception to kind of check from the doorway. If you want to check for traps and do it really well, you're getting a little closer. Investigation pulls you into the room, but you're doing so carefully.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, make an investigation check.
All right. 25.
So Grimgob steps into the room. This opens into a perfectly square chamber of dark stone. It is no more than 20 feet across. The walls here are smooth and polished, but they're etched with countless rusty iron veins that shimmer like lightning trapped beneath the surface. Perhaps this is called the lightning room for the motif of this decoration. The only exit that you see, aside from this and the door on the northern face of this space, is to the south. To the north. There is a exit to the south that seems to go to the tunnels that you have not been yet. There is the exit that you are entering into. This is on the western wall. Sorry, the eastern wall. I drew this upside down, and so it messed me up.
So we go into the room. Left is tunnel called, and right is chieftain.
So you're walking into the lightning room this way.
Yeah.
Up is the tunnel of the called, and then down you are seeing this exit, a heavy stone door carved with images of a goblin being pulled beneath dark waters, and then on the other side of the door, emerging, crowned in lightning. The center of this space, the only thing that really occupies it, is a waist-high stone pedestal. Upon it rests a shallow bowl of what looks like pitch black water. It looks almost like ink that is undisturbed. And then above this, on the ceiling, you can see kind of carved into the stone a swirling storm cloud and then dozens of silver runes that just faintly kind of reflect any ambient light from the sort of space. And you are seeing that there is dim light in here because in the walls, pressed in almost like flakes of mica, there are these little bits of blue sort of crystal that shed dim light throughout the space. You also see around the words, though you would need to get even closer, there is words in Goblin kind of inscribed around the bowl. You can also see on the walls themselves, as your eyes adjust, there are kind of reliefs carved in, though you would need to fully enter the room to really be able to see them.
So I'm not in the lightning room yet, right?
Correct, you're in the door.
Okay,
You'll know
and
when you're in the lightning room.
I
bro.
couldn't find anything that would seem to set off traps.
No,
With my
and I would
investigation
say with that check, that tells you, looking at the runes around here, you imagine entering fully into this space is what is going to start whatever is happening here. Make an Arcana check, Grimgob.
Do I get my thing?
You do.
Arcana
Things
check.
all over the place.
22.
The reliefs.
Yeah, we're in Magic Goblin territory.
The reliefs here, faintly magical. You also note that the way that this ritual seems to kind of draw your eyes upwards, when you enter into this space, you're familiar with the spell called Call Lightning, and you imagine that is going to begin casting. There is something to these reliefs that will allow that ritual to be stopped. But with a roll of 22, the Crackle Slashes, if they would want to go into the chamber beyond, must have a way to do so. You imagine if you knew what that was, you could probably just walk straight through.
Damn.
I wonder if there's some sort of book of rituals.
He did
What?
say something about destroying a book.
Now that I'm looking at this room, when I grab Arlie's spear, you mentioned seeing saw a vision.
Yeah.
Is this it? Or is that
No.
somewhere else? Okay.
That is somewhere else.
Okay.
Deeper.
Much deeper.
Huh. So I relay that to the group. Yeah,
And
if you go on
can
this.
smell. It's like hot ozone in here. It smells like just before lightning strikes.
Can I take a piece of copper and toss it in the room and see if it makes lightning?
And as you are kind of thinking about this, ding, 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 little piece of copper just rattles onto the floor, kind of rolls over, and then hits the pillar in the middle, and then stops.
Me not sure we should be throwing money away, Tuli.
Well, I can go pick it up.
Me not sure you should
Eventually.
do that either.
Not yet. I thought lightning is copper.
Oh. Me not know a lot about a lot of things. It true.
That's okay.
Me like that, baby. What
Guess
you
I'm gonna
want
go-
to do?
I want to go back and talk to Wormfeeder.
Wormfeeder is
What?
his brother.
You turn back around, you walk like
Bro,
the 30 feet back.
I've been
and
asleep
throw.
for 100 years, and you wake me up 3 times in a row now.
Maybe
Just let me
be
go
into
back to sleep.
Wormfeeder? Crackle slash?
The eyes open up again, and this creature just sits upright. They don't stand this time. Yes.
How would one prevent lightning from happening in the lightning room to proceed to the Hall of Chiefs?
They lean forward. They kind of put both hands on their bony knees. The spear kind of scrapes along the floor. They lean forwards and they say, "One must simply ask." And you can hear the sound of stone on stone as the space beneath the throne slides out. And in this space, you can see there is a key carved, large key. This is something that for you, Grim Goblin, almost the size of your arm. It is carved from the femur of a goblin.
Fucking
Like
metal.
incredibly long handle, tiny little key. That's pretty great. In fact, the key doesn't, it looks almost symbolic. Like the key, I would say with your arcana.
It's like a thing like that. Like keys at the
It's
end of the
literally
finger.
this long and then a key at the end. And so, like, it almost would prevent it from being inserted. And as you hold this item, it is magical. This bone key, really more of a totem. And you imagine holding this within that room will prevent the ritual from starting.
May I have it?
No.
They just sit back, and this drawer underneath the throne essentially open to you. The key is within. You can just pull it right out.
Yoink.
No problem.
Thank you, Wormfeeder, Crackle slash. I
They
bow
nod.
again.
They nod to you.
Excuse me,
And
sir.
you say-
How dare you?
God damn it!
No,
Wah!
before he goes
They
back to
do
sleep.
say to you, "Remember, you may take anything. You may have anything that you can take. But taking something is not always easy."
Are there any other pieces of information about other rooms in this area that would be helpful? Like that key, super helpful. Thank you so much. Anything else we should know so that we don't have to keep waking you up every time we have questions?
They would say, "This is a place that has been heavily trapped by members of my named family. The less you disturb, the better. But in that space where chiefs have been laid to rest, there is a tremendous amount of danger upon the floor. Be cautious. And be cautious about the use of violence in that place."
Thank you, sir. And she relays that to everybody.
Show the dead respect, and they will show you respect in turn.
And she says that word for word. Thank you, sir. Me really happy me met you. You cool guy.
You can see they take that, the eyes kind of burn for a moment. Make a persuasion check.
I'm not close enough to guidance.
16.
In Goblin, they say, "I hope your bones stay warm for many years yet."
That nicest thing anyone ever said to me. Thank you, sir. Sleep tight.
And the eyes.
Tonky, you made a new friend.
Me love friends.
You gave me this.
You know what this is reminding me of? Like in high school when the bathroom key would be on like
He gave us the bathroom key.
You imagine that probably there was a smaller magical totem at a certain point, and it probably got lost. And magical items are not cheap to make, and so this is not. Yes, this is exactly what this looks like. Absolutely, it is no longer a femur; it is now an arm, and one digit of the pointer finger has been sharpened down into a key. I love that.
We'll
That's
put
great.
it on the Insta.
Yeah, way
Not
better,
just
way
your
better.
I'll
very
hold it
cute
up.
little
You
drawing.
hold it up.
As I walk into the room.
You walk into this room of lightning, into this perfectly square chamber with polished stone. There is just a crackle of energy, but that is all. At the center of the room, you kind of walk over. There is this stone pedestal, and as you get closer with the key, the water just goes clear. You can read the words around this, but you don't need to because the door in front of you opens. Very quietly, the stone slightly scraping against stone to reveal a passage beyond. The words say, "To lead, one must first die. To endure, one must first kneel. To return, one must first be lost. What then becomes a chief?" The doorway lies open, and the passage widens even more into a magnificent, vaulted hall, unlike anything else within these warrens. Massive stone pillars carved to resemble bound bundles of spears support the ceiling, about 25 feet overhead. There are veins of pale crystal, the same blue that sheds light, that snake through the rock, that bathe the entire chamber in this faint blue light, that dances like distant lightning against the darkness of this space. And here, there is no rows and shelves of bones. There are simply 6 immense sarcophagi, standing in 2 solemn rows lining the chamber that runs 90 feet to the back. Each of them carved in the image of a goblin chief, each very distinct and different, each depicted resting peacefully with a spear held across their chest. Their crowns differ, their armor different across the ages, but each of their faces bears the same watchful expression, like all of them are just staring at you as you enter the space. There is gold leaf that traces across the edges of every coffin. There is polished river stones and carved obsidian that lines the floor beneath them. And then at the very far end, you can see a huge ceremonial dais that bears an enormous cracked spear that is embedded into the floor. And this seems to be a pretty magical item. Besides the spear, you can see a large Crackle/Clan coinage jar sets, a series of sets that are sort of collected almost like taxes, with probably several hundred pieces of gold kind of spilling out of them. You can see there's tons of gold leaf just pressed across many of these sarcophagi. There are sapphires and other gems kind of nestled into this hoard. You can see what looks like a ceremonial gold plate, probably from Ubra City. It's immense. It's huge for goblins. This would be almost like Guinness Book of World Record goblin paella-sized plate. Huge. But gigantic, probably worth quite a few bits of gold. You can see a couple of potions kind of tucked in there. You see a finely crafted scroll case in waterproof eel skin. And then in this hoard of different things, there are, aside from that single spear in the middle, 2 other spears that kind of glow with magic in the space. And that is what you see.
As they walk in, Tonki whispers to the group, "Remember, no violence. They won't like it. We gotta respect." And she's saying it as much for herself as anybody else. And you see she's got her hands clasped tightly behind her back, the equivalent of like sitting on them.
We were told the floor is dangerous.
Yeah, the floor is
So
make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Floor is lava.
Do I get my thing?
You do not.
Okay.
Can I assist knowing that the floor is dangerous?
Both of you make an investigation
Or, yeah, I
check,
guess just-
and we'll take the higher of the 2.
Okay.
Nice. Friendship advantage.
I get guidance.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh no.
Okay.
Fifth. Wait.
50?
No. 13.
Dirty 50.
With a 13, the floor certainly is dangerous as there is just
nice.
so much treasure that you could fall and just hurt yourself. You could easily twist an ankle amongst this pile of gold. For you, Tuli, the danger is probably less about the treasure and more about the pressure-sensitive plates that are under each of these sarcophagi.
Oh.
You imagine the amount of gold and treasure placed on each weighs roughly the same. And should you remove too much of it, these plates will shift and something will happen.
Very clever.
Or do you relay that?
Not yet.
Okay.
You just hear, very clever.
So I'm trying to imagine the room. Wait, what's very clever?
Oh, the pressure plates in the sarcophagi. Each of the sarcophagi have a pressure plate that seems to be interconnected so that they sort of act as balancing counterweights. If you take too much treasure off of one, then it will upset the balance and trigger whatever is probably...
So what if we take them off
guarding.
evenly?
Then it's probably okay.
Is all the treasure
as long
on the
as
sarcophagus? Or
the
there's...
entirety of the pressure isn't also necessitating whatever is being stopped.
That makes sense.
All of the treasure is kind of balanced across the sarcophagi, except for these 3 magical spears on the very back of the room. On this kind of raised stone dais, one pressed into the stone in the center, and then the other 2 on either side.
So, to be safe, we probably shouldn't take anything from on top of the sarcophagus.
Or be measured in our approach. I think it's probably... well, I think I'm reading too much into it.
We shouldn't be greedy.
I'm
Yeah.
filling in too many blanks.
Does anybody want one of those spears?
Kinda.
Don't you
Do
have
the-
one?
We have chains.
I do
And a spear
want
that
to
you picked up
honor
outside take hold.
the
Oh,
goblin tradition, so I am going to take a little
melted
bit
in
of
my
gold.
hand.
And I'm going to
Hold on,
be
let
very
me-
careful in taking enough to
Melted.
keep it balanced, but not so much. Basically, I'm going to take like 1 coin off of each, but the same way that you would like unscrew screws.
Make a sleight of
I'd
hand
take, like-
check. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
While he's rolling, do the spears look the same as the other spears we've seen? Like the...
Oh boy.
They don't. They all look different. The one in the middle, the spearhead actually looks like it's one of these pieces of blue crystal that faintly glows called lightstone. It almost looks like a bolt of lightning attached to the rest of the spear's body. The other one is a much more plain looking wooden spear carved with hundreds and hundreds of tiny little names. And then the third one, dark wood that almost seems wet. Even here, all of them seem magic.
Oh, so the spears are different.
Yes.
Do any of them match the spear that was on the guy that we killed?
Slash.
The who was like after
his
the
spear like melted in
dirt
my
wood
Yeah.
hand.
spear.
In ways, so you imagine the physical appearance of the spear is separate from what that spear represents and what it can do.
Okay.
You imagine, given what you know about the Crackle Slashes, a member of the Crackle Slashes that can do the sorts of things that you've seen can take any weapon and bind it in that way.
Okay. I was just curious in case the spear he had like teleported back to here.
I see what you're saying. No, it's not the same one.
Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Tuli,
Roll initiative.
with an 8, you move about these spaces.
Eight
Make a dexterity
points.
saving throw.
That's much better. 19.
So
Oh,
Tuli-
sorry, 22.
Tuli goes over to the first sarcophagus. This sarcophagus, Tuli, you can see this individual, female. They have this like very ornate necklace on, You go and you're going to take just one piece of gold. You see the perfect piece. This is like in Jenga, the obviously loose piece. You take it, and off the back of the sarcophagus, you hear ting, 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 as the weight shifts, and a whole bunch of them move up. And suddenly, from beneath you, from beneath pieces of this treasure, spears just erupt out of the floor. Until you throw yourself to the side, and you manage to take only half damage.
Hey.
Which is still going to be 9 points of damage halved to 4.
Oh, it's not too bad.
But they shing, 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 just erupt out from the floor. And then as Thule kind of rolls off to the side, slowly they back into this floor.
Well, I've confirmed that the pressure plates are connected the way I thought.
Wait, what goes back into the floor?
The spears.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you meant the sarcophagus. I'm like, wait, what?
Sarcophagus goes, fuck.
Hold on, before we,
Good
and
job.
Then, in this space, ting, 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 little bits of gold fall off the ground as the rest of the sarcophagus kind of jolt a little bit, and gold spills across the floor. Thule, you can, in total, across that, earn 13 pieces of gold.
Hey, that's
As
not
the rest of
bad.
the sarcophagus seem to almost displace weight to match.
Thule, good job being right and testing out the dangerous floor.
Thanks. I might have died.
I'm
But I
glad
did.
you didn't die, Thule.
My intuitions were right.
And that always nice.
Tunky, let's
Yeah.
grab one of those spears.
Yeah, okay.
Which one you want?
Middle.
Can you describe them again? Which one looks spell cast free at all?
Spellcast.
These are spears, and so, I mean, none of them look spellcastery. None of them have little scrolls that dangle off of them, or I would say make an Arcana check. as you
Why
get
don't
closer.
we just take them all? Because that's what goblins would do. And then we can learn what they all do when we have more time.
11.
I think that good idea. Me worried that floor will go spike again.
Grimgob,
No pressure plate there.
you feel you're not sure what these spears do, but they're all magical. And yeah, why not take all of them?
Hate how he
Can I
said
make
it,
an
Dad.
insight check on whether I think more spears will, like, you know what I mean? Whether this
It's
is
not
just
really
a
an
scrap.
insight check. I would say you could make an investigation
Oh,
check.
can I make an investigation check too to see
Yeah, for sure.
that area around the spears is
I'll
trapped? That's a
make
good
an
idea.
Investigation check.
Can I
Thank
look
you
at
very
the
much.
spears?
8.
With an 8, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Can I look at the spears themselves?
Make an investigation check.
17 for traps around the spears.
With a 17 around these spears, there are no additional spears in the floor. That'd be wild. To have spears guarding spears.
Reception.
That'd be crazy. And you see no evidence of that.
I don't think I see a trap around the spears. You want to grab 2 and I'll grab 1?
23.
Me just want to announce that me thinks something bad gonna happen.
With a 23,
Probably.
you look at these spears and you can see that they're very carefully and evenly placed so that all of the sarcophagi have them. And the spears at the very back of the room, that wall, that trap sort of ends before that region. And that tells you everything in this room is trapped. There is a different trap there, and you still have not really put it together. But you look at these sarcophagi, and it strikes you the heads are all separate than the bodies. Though it looks like it is one piece of stone, there is a very even seam. You imagine that the heads could probably turn. And in this room, all of these sarcophagi have a sight line on these spears. It strikes you that taking these spears is probably very dangerous to do. But you certainly can.
Oh, I see.
Grimgob's like getting real close now.
Wait.
Yeah.
The whole room is a puzzle. See, if you look, there's actually a seam on each of the sarcophagi, right where the skulls should be. And each of the skulls has sight lines that lead directly to the spears, if you were to place them in the right positions. But that also means that you might activate the pressure plates where, as you saw, the spears come out. And
Wait.
possibly
I
kill you.
mean, we can't take the
We
spears.
can,
What if we
but
just
we have
block?
to be very, very, very careful and find where the combination for the skulls would be?
Joe, I'm a little bit confused about these rooms.
Sure.
So, like, I'm trying to imagine in my head, and I can't. So, sarcophagus, there's a seam in it. The skull's on one side.
So sarcophagus, right?
Yeah.
Laying on its back, basically. Imagine, like ancient Egyptian sarcophagi.
Yeah.
The head, where it would be like one carved kind of lid, is a full head that twists and could twist and turn.
When we entered, were they looking at us?
They are. They're all kind of facing, but they could all swivel and turn backwards as well. They can look at the front where you all entered. They can look at the back. And currently they are looking at the front.
Okay.
They're
Does
all
there
like
happen
this,
to be a
looking
visual perspective
straight.
that we could look at?
Like this.
Hold on. I have an
And
idea.
we can twist these to face the right way.
Okay.
And there are like 6 of them, you said?
There are 6 of them.
Okay.
6 of them.
Can I
I will try to draw it out.
That would be great.
I have an idea. And I'm gonna go and turn all the heads towards the spears. I'm gonna say, I want them to watch.
Oh my god.
So you go over to this first one. The one
Creepiest
that
thing Bruce ever said.
I think
has
they
a
are
sort of
supposed to
ornate
witness you
necklace.
taking the spear.
And you can see that each of these sarcophagi has a name carved into them as well. This individual, the one that Tuli had seen, is called Nisa Crackleslash. And so you just go and you're just gonna like break her head.
No.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's a name here. This one's Nisa Crackleslash. I want to go and read the rest of the names.
You say that, and the head twists around and faces the spears.
We gotta be respectful.
I go to the next one. I read it and I say their name.
And
Drock
gotta kiss them on the
Gravelgrave.
Drock Gravelgrave.
The head turns. You've
Kiss
make
them
a
on the
history check
forehead.
at advantage. Make a history check at advantage.
I'm
Oh.
looking in real close.
That's your great grandpa.
Nora holds up
16.
Grandpa Gravelgrave.
With a 16, you've heard of Drock Gravelgrave. This is a distant relative. They were known as the Bone Judge. And you know that they wielded a magical spear that is unlike any that your family have held before, called the Hand of Death. And they were a mighty warrior who married into the Crackleslash.
A magical spear.
Nice call. Holy fuck.
Hand of Death.
Gravelgrave.
Is one of those spears the hand of death?
You go to the next one. This person
No
is Wreck
semanos.
Crackleslash.
Crackleslash.
The head shifts and turns, and one of the spears seems to glow a little brighter. You read the next one. This is Mara the Storm Voice. And as you read this out, their head turns, and one of the other spears on the far right glows just a little bit more. The 5th is Core Crackleslash, and the very final person is Arlea Shea Crackleslash. When you read out the names Nisa, Rek, and Mara, one of those spears begins to glow. And you imagine that you are looking at 3 of the spears that belongs to 3 of these chiefs. But as these heads have all finished turning, suddenly you hear beneath you this loud click. And through the full of the stone floor, you can feel it just vibrate like something massive locks in place.
Oh.
Maybe that's a good thing.
That's
Maybe
the
that,
pressure plates locking.
Perhaps.
Maybe now.
I would test my theory by trying to carefully remove one more, but not standing on the area where I saw the spikes come up.
So you imagine probably this is designed so that you have to be standing on the spikes to be taking gold.
Mage hand.
Okay. You cast Mage Hand across this space,
Does everybody have Mage Hand?
stretching it out and out and out, and you take a little bit of gold.
Yes.
You can add 1 gold piece to your inventory.
I
Wait.
think the pressure
has-
plates.
You know Mage Hand too?
Well, I've watched you.
I cast my Mage Hand up for a high 5. Hell yeah.
The 1 piece of gold just down to the ground.
Nora's in
Tonki's
the corner.
Tonki's gonna say, just to the room, Thank you. Deepest respect to all of you. And she's going to be like, can we take a spear now?
It would only be honorable,
Okay. And she takes the middle spear.
as is tradition.
You take this middle spear. It feels magical as you pull it out of the stone. This is a magical spear, almost certainly. And as you hold this in your hands, you kind of feel the names under your fingers, and it, for just a moment, brings you back to the dojo. In a lot of ways, when you go into the places where the Minotaurs sleep, there are places where when Minotaurs are young, they carve their names and they get higher and higher along the walls. And in many ways, this spear reminds you of that. This is a spear that connects and protects families.
Can you describe the other two spears again? The one that are still left?
One has a head that looks like a piece of jagged blue crystal, and the other is a dark spear of wood that seems, even now, almost damp.
That's probably the one that's from your great-great-grandpy.
No, I don't think any of them are, because none of them started glowing when I said Jack Rabblegrave's name. I'll take the, I'll take the damp one.
You pull this damp spear free and make a strength check.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Hermes' best kill.
10.
You sure try.
Oh, wait. If I try... Can I try again, but this time when I just Duncy to make myself twice as strong? I forgot I can do that.
Absolutely can.
Ha! So I'll make the check at advantage.
You certainly can.
Natural 20 and a natural 1.
That natural
We don't need that
20,
other one.
You have to wrap your whole body around this. You plant your feet real low, and with your whole back and legs, you heave. You can feel the discs in your vertebrae begin to kind of disjoint, but just barely you hear a pop, and you're not sure if it's your back or the spear for a second, but the spear comes free. You are holding in your hand something that is magical. It hums faintly in your hands. And suddenly, the ground beneath you feels a little easier to walk on.
Huh.
Anybody else want spear?
No, thank you.
I don't typically use spears.
More for me. And she picks up.
We shouldn't let it go to waste, though.
I agree.
You pick this spear up, and again, no check required for Tonky. Tonky, you just yank this.
You got
thing
two
straight
hands.
out.
As is goblin tradition.
This spear, relatively mundane looking up until the head of this thing. It looks like a jagged bolt of lightning, but formed out of blue crystal. And it's been kind of whittled into this form. This is both kind of a piece of art, but also very much a functional weapon. It's magical. And as you touch it, you can feel this kind of crackle, as if for just a moment, electricity runs to your hand.
You might slash with some crackle.
Just might. She's gonna look at Grimmy and be like, Grimmy, you want me to hold yours for you? Cause it looked big
Soggy.
and you pretty little.
Grim Grab's like hugging it, and
What
it's like
the
still
fuck
kind
did
of
you call
pulling
me?
it back a little bit.
What? Fine.
Just for now.
Is it really unwieldy for me to
You look
hold
like a
on to
It
tree
is.
hugger.
It's pretty big.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Stash.
You're holding a small sapling.
3 magic spears.
So we heard the click in place. Can we take the gold now?
I believe so.
Take more gold.
You can add 10 pieces of gold to your inventory.
You said there was other stuff besides gold, right?
There
Or is it what else is there besides stuff
I
of
guess we
monetary
just
value?
have to clear the
Yeah.
entire.
Basically.
Well,
just
I'm gonna start taking everything, but I'm trying to take
we can
in
take
case
it.
there's a limit.
So this will take probably about like 30 minutes to gather everything up. But in total, there is 300 pieces of gold in this room.
Hell yeah.
If you want to scrape it off of the sarcophagi, there's probably close to 100 pieces of gold leaf. So much in this room that there is.
No,
That
I don't
doesn't
think
feel
that
right.
doesn't feel
And
right.
that would take hours. That would take
Yeah.
a long time.
No, we'll just take-
That's
Yeah.
the part where it's like
Amongst this
return on
mound of
investment.
gold, there are 3 polished sapphires, each worth 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
There is a ceremonial gold plate that is probably worth about 100 gold, just melted down. It's a massive platter. And then there are two potions tucked into the very back of the platform that the spears were on. You imagine almost like an emergency supply. 2 potions of superior healing.
Ooh.
Best of all, there is a finely crafted scroll case. Much nicer than the other scrolls that you had seen. The scroll case itself is cased in gold, and you don't pop this open.
Oh, never mind.
For the seam itself, you can see is formed of pressed diamond dust.
Oh.
What you are holding is a spell scroll of Revivify. This is something that is sought after by many people. This is a very powerful spell scroll.
Oh my god. You guys.
Oh, give that one to Emmy, probably, right?
As you look around, Emmy's not in the room.
Still?
Emmy's still in the hall.
Emmy doesn't like undead abominations.
Me not blame her.
I'll go find her.
These aren't undead
Could we get that
abominations.
list in the Discord,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, I'll send it to you in the Discord.
Thank you.
According
By the time I realized no one was writing anything down, we were like halfway
Excuse
through.
you?
I did not realize because for a time nobody was writing.
I do my job.
I've been typing.
Is that everything?
Sorry.
That is everything.
Alright. So before I go, I just want to go back to and put a hand on Draft Gravelgrave and just bow slightly and then head out.
Okay. You do that. You don't sense any connection to your ancestral spirits here. This is a home for Crackle Slash, and the Bone Judge was very much a Crackle Slash at the end of his life. But you pay some respects, and much richer, you can turn around and leave this chamber.
So I think it's kind of a crack in case of emergency type spell scroll. Anyway, it might be best if you hold on to it. You might be able to tell quickly which person might need it.
I can do that.
You travel back into the Lightning Room. You can either continue heading north to the Tunnel of the Called, which you have not been to yet, or you can head back to the Warden's Room and trace your way back to the Bone Tree Room and eventually to the vaults.
I want to see the Tunnel of the Cult. There were heels laid there.
Should we take a break and snuggle with these spears?
How far back did Emmy go?
She's just outside of the warden room.
Oh, okay. So back in the
She's
bone
in the
collar
hall.
or the bone cleaners.
Just waiting for
Okay.
us dum
Did you
dums
see?
to get
Waiting
done.
in the
Wait,
lobby.
did you have like line of sight?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll tell you what happened.
I-
Very excitedly.
Oh, I would probably go back past the warden's room and
Okay, so
into
you
the
all
bone.
make your way
Yeah.
back to the
Don't
sort
need to
of
go to the
And there's a
tunnel.
gravel gate
entry
now.
of this place.
Curious.
Do we want to rest and then maybe
We would like to know
Oh.
what these spears do.
Yeah, we could spend an hour and check them out here.
I could
If-
take one and then you could take the other.
I was actually going to go to the vaults because I think if there were a passageway from here that could lead into the estates, it would probably be leading from that direction. Also, the vaults seems like an area that might have vaults. of things.
Nora
I agree
holds
with
up her hands for like the spears. So I guess I can take a look while you guys explore.
No, we shall explore together, just in case something
Who
happens.
stays with Emmy?
Isn't Emmy gonna come with us?
We go in the right direction now, Emmy. That was just quick detour.
As I will stay nearby. I do not approve of ransacking crypts, nor do I approve of those who should be dead remaining in this place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Me understand, but me respectfully disagree.
And that is why I choose not to face them. Out of respect for the dead.
Yeah, if they had fought us, I would have just run.
You're just holding the spears.
Yeah, just like waiting for the.
Okay,
So
I
wait.
give you the spears.
Are we? I'm confused. What's up? What are we doing?
I want to go look at the vaults while you can play with your spears.
We
The vault's
should.
in the right direction.
We should stay together. We shouldn't separate. We're free, so
So we going.
we can either all stay here and take some time to look at these spears, or we should continue together. But we shouldn't split up.
Me not
We're
wanting
safe
split
to.
up.
We're free to walk these halls, but there are dangers in these halls, so we should stay close together.
I don't disagree, but I don't think Emmy should be alone.
Yeah,
It don't
that's-
hurt to walk in correct direction. You choose where
Well,
you
we should
go, but
stay
that's the
near
right
each
way.
other.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like. We don't. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused.
What we doing right now?
Can we check out the tunnel of the cult? I really kind of want to see it.
It's kind of on the way to the vaults. If we go back through the bone tree room, which also, maybe there's some more information about where your family's connected.
Yeah, I also want to look at that.
Want to go back to the family tree room?
I will follow you. I will not face the undead.
I think we can avoid Wormfeeder Crackle Slash.
Yeah, you can just go to the bone tree room, to the tunnel
From
of the
now
called,
on.
and then you'd be there. Or you could go from the bone tree room straight to the vaults.
But we're in the lightning room,
Mhm.
so we have to go. If we want to avoid the warden, we have to go to the tunnel of the cult.
We are
Well,
in
Emmy wouldn't
the
enter the
bone
room of the
cleaner's
warden's
room.
You guys
Oh,
were back.
you're
you guys
back
were all the
there.
way. So you guys are.
yes.
You know what?
You're
I was
at the entrance.
confused.
We have
We
to go
went
back.
all the
I
way
thought
back.
you were in the
No,
lightning room.
We went all the
Okay.
way back to the bone
Gotcha.
cleaner's
Yeah.
room.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right. So now we're all back in the bone
Well,
bone
if
cleaner
you-
room together.
If you
Okay.
came back to the bone cleaner's room, because
I was confused where Emmy was. Thank
Emmy
you.
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not want to go to the warden specifically because they are an undead abomination.
Yeah, I got that.
We were all
Deserve
trying to get back to the same
to
place, and
die.
now we are in the
Yeah.
same place.
Now you're in the bone cleaner's lair. So if you wish, you can go to the bone tree room and then either to the vaults, which would be to the west, or to the tunnels of the called, which would be to the north.
I would start heading towards the bone tree room.
Tuli starts walking.
Okay, me
Same.
guess we going that way.
You enter into this bone tree room, and then Tuli, where are you going? To the vaults?
Before I would kind of hang to see if I could help Grimgob looking at the tree for his family for any like clues of that, but I'm just gonna kind of wait for Grimmy to do that.
Yeah.
Grimgob, as you look back through this space, now knowing what you know about the names beyond these tunnels, you can find that there are gravel graves mixed into this family tree. Certainly, the gravel graves have mixed into the crackle slashes a couple of times throughout history.
There's one.
One even more recently than the Bone Judge, but nothing that like jumps out at you as especially noteworthy. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Anything noteworthy?
You don't find any connections to your direct family.
Okay.
More to ancestors.
Okay.
Nothing like, damn, Arlie's my sister.
Or at least my mom?
No insane revelations.
Are there any what's the name of the reigning the Grungle
Grungabungas?
No, that's a different campaign.
Gabranja.
The Grungabunga.
Is it Gabranja? No, Gabranja's the name. What was it?
Branja is her first name, and her last name is Gobclank.
Gobclank. Any Gobclank?
You do not see any here.
Okay.
Not a single one.
Okay. I'm done looking at it.
But they
Thanks for
were
helping me find all those gravel
sisters.
guards.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new name.
Should we check out behind the what's behind this vault door? It's the wooden door, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
You can just pull it open.
Is it trapped?
Make an investigation.
On a meta level, I really want there to be nothing in here. Just because
Right.
It's just like a closet.
There's no traps.
I open it.
You open this, and you can see a hallway. At first, it looks just like everything else, carved stone, but quickly it seems to strike like masonry. And you can see the hall transitions rapidly into something man-made, decorated around the molding with musical notes painted across etched bars. You look into a beautiful hall. And you can see there is, as you get a little bit further in, water begins to kind of rise up. So part of this, like a little bit sunken, maybe like almost standing water about a couple inches deep in this space. And as the door opens, you can hear what sounds like voices in the distance. You can see flickering of firelight that comes from torches or candles or lanterns. Down this hallway, maybe 20 feet, and then you can see some pillars that kind of block your way into the space beyond.
You said voices?
Yeah. They're speaking in Goblin.
Can I listen more carefully and
Make
see?
a perception check.
I say, and I whisper to the group, I think I hear goblins.
Can I listen to now that he's
Make a perception check.
14.
Okay.
7.
You listen, you hear two voices at least, but what they're saying this far away through the stone, hard to tell.
Has it been an hour since we rested?
Yes.
Okay. So I do not have comprehend languages anymore.
Mm-mm.
Wait, how long did it last?
An hour.
I
Does
move the group away from the door, and I tell, I think I hear goblins. I think there's 2 of them, but I can't quite make out what they're saying.
Did the architecture seem more like that of the estate?
Yes.
Oh, it seems like the estate is actually directly connected here.
Julie, make a history check, actually. You look at these musical notes etched across the molding of this hall.
History? Not great. 11.
Music. That's cool.
Cool. Music. Oh, short dude.
Question about this room and this door.
You're just
We
seeing like a
entered in the
little
bone
hall,
tree.
and then
Yeah.
there's a room beyond where these kind of pillars block what is actually in there. The space, but yeah, you can ask questions about that space. You would need to walk down like 20 feet of hall to really get into the room itself.
Okay. This door,
Mhm.
is it, when we enter the bone tree, is this door on the other side, or was it on like the left or right?
It's opposite.
When you entered, from where you entered the bone tree room, it was directly opposite you.
Okay, so it is where it says vault on the map.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
This is correct.
I just want to make sure there wasn't like a hidden door to the vault, and this
Nope.
was a door that's not on the map.
Nope, it's not really a door. So they put a wooden door in this frame. They built a frame here, but this was like they dug into the vaults. You imagine you're probably looking at sometime in the great past before this became an ossuary. This probably began as somebody breaking into a vault.
Yeah, this was probably the vault was probably the opposite side, the vault of the estate.
But you said the map was made on bones, right?
Correct.
So
That was a map of like the ossuary. The vaults themselves, not on that map made out of bone. That's something that you're kind of seeing now that you're entering into it.
We are in the
there is-
transitional room.
Yeah, it's like a carved space.
Like bone tree room, vault, but the vault leads into what is actually the vault from the estate side because they've erected a door where they've dug through what was the original vault, thus creating this ossuary.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I closed the door.
You shut the door.
So,
We found a way in.
Perfect.
before we go
There are
further,
combos in there?
yeah, there are a couple of goblins in there, and I think we need to be careful because if we alert them and any of them get away, they'll know that we're in the estate. Right now, they don't know where we are.
Should we try to sneak through?
Well,
We need to get lower.
we wanted to rest, right? Do we want to rest before entering the estate?
Me not
'Cause-
think we should leave until we have rested.
Yeah.
This is safe. We know it's safe here.
Especially tired.
No, we know
But
that. We would have to
we could
be
plan.
waiting around for a bit. That was what me saying before. Is that
As
this
long
we
as
know
Emmy's
it's safe
okay
here.
with it.
We know it's safe here. It's not necessarily safe anywhere else. So this the place to lay low for a while until we can rest. That's what me thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. So we should check out the rest of this area until we feel like we can rest. Because I'm not.
Me think there no
Sleep yet.
reason not to, since we gonna be waiting around anyway.
Yeah.
That what me thinking.
I will remain here and keep watch on the door.
I don't mind waiting here either.
There's only two places that you haven't been. The Foul Pit and the Tunnels of the Cold.
Oh, the Foul Pit. I completely just blocked that out of even when I was looking
That's
at
not
the
an
map.
option.
I was like, oh, we've been everywhere except for the fucking Tunnel of the Cold.
I want to go
And
check
the
out
poop
that
room.
tunnel of the call. Does anyone
No,
else
that's
want
the
to come?
Foul Pit.
Me come with you.
Does anyone else want to come? Everyone else staying here?
Tooley's like, I will wait here.
Go to Lee.
It's okay.
I can wait here. I have to figure out what these spears do anyway.
I'm fine. I can look at the spears if you want.
Okay, I take one, you take one?
Do we need another pearl?
Oh.
Can we share?
Well,
What if we each? I've never tried it with another person.
Hand in hand, pearl in the middle.
You investigate love.
Well, in that case, I'll find a new spot.
I will tell you guys, you know that will not work. That will result in one of you taking an hour to cast Identify and one of you taking 2 hours to cast Identify. Which is fine.
A little
Wait,
awkward.
We should.
So,
So we splitting up just for a little while?
I mean, it's one.
Ralph, you want to come with us? I hope so.
It's
I hope I
not
wanna
like
come with you
the
guys.
room is like we could open the door and still see each other pretty much, right?
Maybe.
From the bone tree room to the tunnel of cold.
I mean,
like, if we're
the Tunnel of the Cold, you'll be able to see into it, but like the other tunnels, these are series of tunnels.
gotcha,
So you won't be able
Yeah,
to see all of it.
Gotcha.
the bone from the bone cleaner,
Mhm.
to get to the tunnel
No.
of the called.
You
If
go
I
through
recall, was it the room with lots of the tall way? The tall hallway?
from the Bone Cleaner's lair, the tall hallway was the tunnels of the family that you went down to get to the warden's room.
Oh, I see.
The hallways are all relatively tall. They're pretty vaulted ceilings.
Oh, the only way to get to the tunnel of the called is from the lightning room. Is that correct?
Vaulted for Grimgob or vaulted for...
You can get to the
go
tunnels
through
of the Called
Bone
either
Tree
from the
room.
lightning room or from the Bone Tree room. The tunnels of the Called
There's
connect the
also
two.
a door that goes
Can
down here.
Tonki, based on what she's seen, has Tonki encountered yet anything that she couldn't fit through?
No,
Okay. So, are we okay with... Okay, I guess I'll go check out the tunnel of the called.
Me come with you. Me keep you safe.
so Grimgob and Tonki, the two of you, make your way to this door,
Preferably with Ralph, but that will be Alana's
and you
choice.
open it up. Beyond, the walls are smooth
I'll
stone.
snap it
Instead
into
of the
sarcophagus.
rough-hewn earth and stone that you have seen, there are still recessed alcoves lined on both sides with tiny fragments of broken blue crystals that shade faint light across the space. Each of these little alcoves contains a tiny stone coffin and weathered bust of a goblin warrior. Some of these are very old and worn, the features of these busts softened by centuries. Others appear almost new. Some of these have been transported from somewhere far away, some of these probably made with local stone. A couple of these busts sit above empty caskets, and each of them bears a carved lightning bolt across the brow. Beneath every statue is an inscription, and you can smell dust and old stone in the air. These passages just kind of wind down and split and rejoin. This is a catacomb. Make your way in.
Yep.
Check for
Tonki's
traps.
on alert.
Make an
yeah.
investigation check.
Check for traps, Donkey.
Uh,
We fucking love traps.
me
being
not
goblins.
great at investigating. Me pretty good at perceiving, but
Okay, well, I'll look down and you look up.
Okay.
25.
5.
With a 25,
I look down
as
and up.
you progress through this place, you notice that several of these stone busts are actually mechanisms. If somebody were to pass through these halls especially quickly, running perhaps, these busts would likely trigger. You can see the eyes hollow. There is something within these. You imagine, given what you've seen in the rest of the space, probably electricity-based, lightning-based. You imagine these shoot lightning out of their eyes.
If you run fast.
If you run fast.
But if you walk slow, you're fine.
Seems so.
I proceed slowly.
Get a little bit slower. But Grimgob, beyond even that, what you notice about these is that all of them face in the same direction, which is at a single empty stone casket. Left slightly ajar, the lid open just enough to see that there is something glinting from within.
Okay. What do you think, Tonki? All these heads are looking at one casket, and I think I see something shiny in it.
We gotta be careful, Grimmy. Our friend's not here to help us. Just look. What do your goggle eyes see?
I just look.
Okay. Peering into this space. You don't grab anything. Wait, are you grabbing something?
No, I'm just gonna look for now.
Puts his eyeball on it.
You see on the inside there is a silver ring set with a tiny, well-carved piece of topaz. There is some kind of a potion, and you see what looks like a little pouch of coins in here.
Probably not cursed.
And
I hate this.
can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
There
As
it is.
you lean on the sarcophagus to look in, the entire sarcophagus begins to sink.
Dexterity saving throw 17.
With a 17, you leap backwards.
Oh.
Tonki, you catch Grimgob as the entire sarcophagus falls and into a pit 15 feet beneath.
Damn.
The stone cracks and crumbles. You can see like rusted weapons and bones kind of sticking up from this space. And you have avoided this trap. You can see behind you, the corridor leads to the lightning room. And with that investigation check, you note that the floor here, right where your foot kind of falls, there are little holes in the sides of the walls, almost imperceptible. This is where kind of molding might be in a more traditional home or room, but they are holes that go deep into the wall, and you note with that investigation check, there is moisture around the edges of these.
Okay.
And you see the whole of the floor on this hall, maybe 30 feet long, pressure plates.
Which hall are we talking about now? The one I'm in or the one that I'm looking at?
So you have kind of like rounded this corner, 30-foot hallway that goes to what you know is the lightning room. You can kind of smell ozone down this space.
I see.
There are pressure plates along that whole stretch.
If I want to
And you can
continue
see
to the
little-
lightning room.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can see little holes along the base of the floor with little bits of moisture kind of gathered around the floor space at the edge of each of these holes.
Can I still see any of the stuff that was in, like, down the pit that the sarcophagus?
Oh
was?
yeah,
said
you
there
can
was a
see
ring.
the pouch is ripped open. There are little bronze coins, or copper coins everywhere.
You said there was a ring and a potion?
Little silver ring. The potion cracks, and so you can see bits of liquid spill across the floor. But the ring you can see, the copper you can see.
I want to mage hand and grab the ring.
You send this mage hand down, and you pluck this little ring out, and you pull this to you, and Grimgob, you hold a wooden ring painted silver.
Nah.
And in fact, given the paint that goblins have access to, painted lead. This is a problem for future Grimgob.
That was a trap for Vincent.
-1 future poison.
Tonki is like shifting kind of anxiously from foot to foot, and she's like, Grimmy, we done in here? Me not like being away from our friends.
Is Tonki within 120 feet of me, back from where
Yeah,
I stayed?
yeah.
Message. Everything okay?
Oh, yeah, everything fine. Grimmy found silver ring, but it not real silver. Me trying to get him to agree to go back now.
too many words.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, is
No, I
it the
think it was
25
fine.
words?
I was
No,
joking.
it's,
It's
no.
okay.
Message is just
Yeah,
one message, one
yeah,
message.
I was
Alright.
joking.
Is that all there is in this room?
From what you have seen, if you were to go further in some of these little alcoves, there are even more treasures tucked away. But you would need to step on these plates to be able to get them.
That's a try.
Grimmy, please.
Alright. Okay, we can go.
Thank you, Grimmy. You want ride? Scoop. Sit.
Grimmy, whether you want it or not, you take a ride. And you turn, looking back, you swear you see little glints and glows within
a
this
drop.
space, but you leave it behind.
Me
and you
know
make
that
your
was
way
hard,
back
Grimmy. Thank you. And she posts for like a fist bump.
to where the rest of your party waits. Now, while this group is gone, while they're exploring, Nora and Tuli, the two of you are trying to identify these spears. Are you casting Identify?
Nora's like, well, I did it last time, so. And hands him the pearl.
It's a ritual, right? So it's gonna take a while.
So yeah, if you can cast as a ritual, it's 10 minutes for a ritual. So
How long
you
are
take
we
that
gone?
10 minutes. You guys are gone for like half an hour. So easy
Oh,
enough to do all
sweet.
3 of these spears.
Just enough time.
You can take 2, and then I take 1, and we'll be even.
So the first one that you take, you have all 3 of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, this spear that has the jagged bolt of blue crystal. Tuli, as you finish casting the spell, you hear the word in your mind, Storm Piercer. This is a rare weapon. It's a +1 spear. It deals an extra 1d4 lightning damage for every hit. And then once per long rest, when you hit a creature, you can force it to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or become stunned until the start of your next turn. The next spear is called Family's Reach. This is the one carved with hundreds of tiny names. It is also a +1 spear. And while within 10 feet of an ally, attacks deal an additional 1d6 force damage. And once per long rest, when an ally within 10 feet would be reduced to 0 hit points, you may use your reaction to instead leave them at 1 hit point, as
Dope.
spectral ancestors impose themselves to protect. Tuli, you're doing all these?
Yeah.
Okay. You cast Identify on the third one, and this is River Cutter. Also a +1 spear, and while holding this weapon, you ignore difficult terrain. And once per long rest, as a bonus action, you can invoke the river's current, and until the end of your turn, your movement does not provoke opportunity attacks, and the next creature you hit could potentially be moved up to 15 feet in a straight line.
It's fun.
Those are fun. Fun weapons, as always, Joe.
Nora's like sifting through all of this treasure and potions and magical weapons that we have somehow acquired within the span of a day. And she just looks at the 2 people remaining with her and says,
You know, in every book I read, usually once you get a bunch of this kind of stuff, something really bad happens.
What kind of books are you reading?
Good ones. Sorry, what?
When I find things, I either keep them or I sell them. And then I find more things. And sometimes I give them back to Mr. Pentonius.
Are you on a grave quest that can save the fate of the world when you find these things?
I guess if you look back far enough and you consider all of
So
my...
no.
I mean,
Perhaps it is more the
not
situation
no.
and not the things.
Nature, not form. If you look back far enough, we've been on this journey for longer than we started it, in the context of us actually starting it, because we didn't really start this. We're just kind of picking it up, like what Wormfeeder said.
You have a very odd philosophy, Tuli.
Well, I think it's all connected.
so it might be.
You seem perplexed.
We're gonna die.
At about this point, Gavin and Donkey open the door back into the bone layer, the bone cleaner's lair.
We could go for 30 minutes. What you mean we all gonna die?
Oh, we figured out what your spears are.
Oh, they're
This one's Storm Piercer, and this one belonged to this person, blah, 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 blah. And then this one's Family's Reach, and this one was owned by Steve Harvey. This is River
the
Cutter,
ancient spear of
and it
Steve
makes you
Harbison.
float.
Maybe we
Oh,
can figure out
can I have that one?
in group chat over the next week who take what. All right.
Put them in the spear bag.
Which one do you want?
Oh, the river cutter.
Oh yeah.
Just for utility, but if someone else wants it.
We can
Yeah,
talk about
we
it.
can figure it out
maybe
later.
offline when Alana can be in the conversation.
What's the time frame for when we can rest again?
You guys are probably only about 5 hours away from resting.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go look at more stuff. I mean, unless there's something y'all want else to do besides just wait.
You can certainly kind of settle down, create a camp, and start the process of a long rest. It will just take a little bit longer.
I vote for that.
What do you mean by that? It would take 5 hours longer?
Well,
Nora begins setting up camp to also continue drawing the map. Someday the map will be done.
Yeah, there's lots of things that you can do with that 5 hours of downtime.
Tonki's gonna work out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
absolutely.
check out the stuff that was hiding in the poison mushrooms. I'll be right back.
So it sounds like you guys are settling in for a long rest with activities associated with it. So because it is 10:30 and a good place for us to stop for the evening as you all begin to set about going about your various tasks to pass the time, this is where we're going to end for the evening. But you destroyed a displacer beast, which was on paper a much harder encounter than it probably felt. You also
You got really
didn't
lucky with
fight
the shotgun
Wormfeeder
siren.
Crackle Slash, which is probably very smart.
Incapacitating too.
Oh, yeah.
And you got a little closer to the Muddy Estate. So thank you for joining us for this session of A Tale of 12 Gems. We will be back next week, but please stay safe. It is wild out there. We'll see you later.
bye.
I would like to have the recap say that we pressed F to pay respects.
Yeah.
Your motion is noted.